It's been 3 months since I returned to the royal capital from Klausner's domain. The days are getting warmer, and the summer is nearly upon us. This will be my second summer in this new world. Since returning, the royal palace has been sending me to different domains to help rid the kingdom of monsters. We've purified all the known miasma swamps. The work has been brutal, but purging one black swamp after another has been so fulfilling. I feel I'm making a real difference. I think I'm settling into this routine of investigation and purification. Although if a domain doesn't have a swamp, it's typically left for the knights to deal with. As a result, I've had some free time on my hands lately. But then, today...
Give us a hand! Yes!
What is all this? Where'd these come from?
Oh, hello, Say. It's a beautiful morning, huh?
It is. What's going on here?
We just received a shipment from Klausner's domain early this morning.
It's a lot of boxes, though.
I know. Honestly, they may have sent a wee bit too much.
Say. I had them put your share in that room.
This is really all for me?
Apparently so.
What's it doing here?
It had your name on it. With no way of knowing what was inside these, I couldn't simply leave them in the storehouse. We wouldn't want just anyone opening them.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Here, it came with a letter, too.
It's been a long time, Say. I hope you're doing well. Things are the same as ever here. Even after your departure, these fools keep demanding a ridiculous number of potions, and of course they want them made as fast as lightning, too. I swear, there's no end of trouble those herbs we lost in the attack, and tend to the forest that was completely ravaged by those darn slimes, and yet, I don't know how, but almost as if by magic, the forest has been revived with verdant glory. In fact, it's recovered even more than that. On my walks, I've come across herbs that used to be quite difficult to find, so in turn, I've been making many new potions, which makes me happy indeed. I've no idea who could have been so kind as to help us this much, but I am dearly grateful. Well then, Be sure to visit us again. Sincerely, Corina.
What does it say?
It's a thank you letter for stopping the monsters. And the herbs seem to be gifts of gratitude.
Ah, yes, I see. You went and did something crazy again, didn't you?
That's just rude. No, I didn't. At least, I don't think so.
That look on your face is most suspicious in our work. So many of our research projects have been on hiatus due to the herb shortage.
That's true. I already know what I'd like to do with my share of the delivery. They'd work wonderfully in the new cosmetics I'm working on.
Oh, so more beauty products then?
Something wrong?
No, but I wonder if you plan to sell them through the trading company?
I wasn't intending to sell them, so no, I guess not.
I see. It seems a pity, though. Well, if you're the one making them, I'm sure there are plenty of people who'd love to buy them.
That's a good point. You think I should talk to somebody from the trading company?
Selling the products based on your recipes, after all. Very well, then. Allow me to reach out to some merchants for you.
It's much appreciated.
Of course. In the meantime, we need to store all these boxes somewhere else.
Oh, thanks, that's great. Sorry for all the trouble.
I should thank you.
Huh?
You're the one who was suddenly summoned to our world without warning. And ever since then, you have worked diligently for the good of our kingdom without complaint. This is the least I can do to thank you for that.
Thank you for all your help.
My lady say, it seems as though you've grown rather accustomed to dressing. I may ask, what are all these lovely bottles doing here?
Pardon? Oh, those? They're just some new cosmetics I'm working on right now.
Did you just say some new cosmetics, my lady?
Yes. I'm currently researching a cream that can beautify your skin.
What woman doesn't need a little help, eh? Sounds like a splendid project to focus your energy on.
We agree! I want to see what it looks like. Wait, what? Really? It's for the skin? Please show me! Me too, Lady Say!
You will pipe down now, girls! How dare you act so shamelessly in front of Lady Say?
It's still a work in progress, so I'm testing it on myself first. But once I've determined it's safe to use, I'd love it if you all tried it out for me as well. I'm so grateful I can count on you ladies. Of course we'll try it. May I come in?
Yes, please join us. Sorry to call you so early.
That's fine.
Let me introduce you to Franz and Oscar.
My name is Franz. Such a pleasure to meet you, milady.
Indeed. And I'm Oscar.
Hello, I'm Say. It's nice to meet both of you.
These gentlemen are successful merchants. I thought you might like to speak with them about starting your own trading company.
Not sure I'm following you.
Well, you see, we were discussing the cosmetics you made in the past. Until now, they've been...
Hey, we're also from a trading company. I'm the chairman, and Oscar here is my assistant. Your products are quite popular with potentially garner unbelievable profits.
Now the complication. Your products are so in demand, other trading companies have been giving our current operation a lot of grief.
The creams you make are so unique. All the noblewomen are clamoring to try them. I heard so many orders were placed that Count Valdek himself had to step in and mediate.
I never imagined that would happen.
It's not your fault. Don't worry about it. However, we obviously can't release your new product under these circumstances. Our advice would be to create your own trading company. You can be the sole distributor of your products and eliminate these kinds of issues.
But how can you be certain all these problems will be sorted out just because we sell the products under a different name?
Who would dare interfere with an operation run by the Saint?
So, that's what's up. Put the new company in my name. I don't know the first thing about running a real business.
I'm aware. That's why these two are here. We wouldn't want to overwork you. You can stay focused and make new products as you think of them.
We would be responsible for the day-to-day matters. From running all of your storefronts, to managing your old and new inventory, even preparing your items to be shipped. We'll do all of that, so you can simply be creative.
Goodness, that's a lot. I had no idea. I'm very grateful and humbled by your kind offer.
Then it's decided.
I'll be counting on the two of you from now on.
We very much look forward to working with you, my lady.
It seems to be a success.
That it is. Your cosmetics have proven quite popular, Lady Say.
I'm honestly surprised since I had heard that only nobles were buying them at the old store.
We couldn't keep up with the demand back then. It turned quite a profit, and all the noble women raved about how their skin had improved. So much so, every merchant in town started showing interest too.
Aha, so that's the real story.
Actually, Franz and I both wanted to thank you. We've been able to expand our clientele and reach a new customer base all because of your suggestion, Lady Say.
I find myself talking to Oscar quite a bit. It feels natural because he isn't so formal with me. Wow, that's great!
What did you suggest?
A strategy to sell our newest products, Efficacy.
Is everything going well at the store?
Quite well. Many of the shop workers are highly talented and well taught. I think we're in good shape.
That's great news.
What's next? Do you want to stop in the shop and see?
I very much want to check it out, but it looks a bit too crowded today.
Right. Well, then I suppose you're wanting to head straight home?
That's pretty much the plan.
Oh, but you came all this way. You should have some fun. There's a cafe that recently opened nearby. I hear they serve exotic imported tea. It's become all the rage. Even the nobles can't seem to stop guzzling it. You should go. See if it's as amazing as they say.
Ah, that piques my interest. I came for leisure, but the commander is currently here as my bodyguard. I'd feel really guilty dragging him around the capital while he's on the clock, so I can't really ask him to...
Why, just go straight down this way. Then you'll turn at the flower shop. Follow that road, and you'll see it. On your left. It's hard to miss, as it's directly across from a large pharmacy. The line to enter can wind down the street, too, so you might spot it as you round the corner.
Understood. Thank you, sir.
But Commander Hawk,
What? Don't you want to go?
Of course.
Then let's go sample some tea.
Wow, that sounds like such a nice treat. Wow.
This looks like the place.
Good afternoon. Will it be a table just for two today?
Yes.
Then please follow me.
Excuse me, a friend told me you serve the most delicious and unusual foreign teas here.
Indeed. If you'd like, I can bring some out for you to sample.
Please, that sounds perfect.
Coming right up, miss.
Huh? Fine.
Thank you for your patience. I brought our establishment's signature drink for you to try. It is called coffee.
You're kidding me!
Is there something I can do to help?
Oh, yes, I mean, no, I'm sorry, it's nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Do take your time.
Please tell me what's wrong.
I'm sorry. I'm just surprised to see a drink I recognize.
Oh, from home then.
Uh-huh.
It has a far stronger flavor than tea.
It is a little strong. Would be good with some milk, though.
How odd. I had assumed you'd had this drink before, say.
I've had coffee before, yes, but not like this. It tastes different than what I used to drink back home in Japan. I think it's probably because I didn't ever brew it like this.
Oh, really?
How the coffee is prepared can change the flavor. It can taste different depending on how the beans are roasted and how it's percolated.
Did you drink it a lot back in Japan?
Yes. I used to drink it every day. There's a component in it that helps you stay awake. I would have some after lunch, and it helped me to feel less sleepy.
That's great.
I even used to brew my own coffee sometimes.
You did?
That's right. I think I could do it here too if I had the right tools at my disposal. But what could I actually use if I wanted to brew coffee in this world? I shouldn't worry about how to make it until I find out if the cafe will even sell us some of their beans. Oh, sorry, I started daydreaming.
I bet you came up with a brilliant idea. I can't wait to hear what it is.
Director, are you really drinking more?
Don't say it like that. Besides, I bought these beans with my own funds.
I know. But that's not what I'm getting at. It's just not healthy to drink too much of it. See, caffeine poisoning was a very real thing back where I'm from. Please, don't overdo it.
You make a good point. I'll be extra careful. There's...
Oh, say, I've been looking for you. What are the odds that the cafe you decided to visit on a random suggestion had a drink that existed in your previous world? Talk about a coincidence, eh?
Definitely. It threw me off guard, too.
Say, I seem to recall you saying there are other things here that are familiar to you, too.
Yeah, there are.
That makes me question the possibility of there being more here from your world than we had previously thought.
I sure hope there is. What I could really go for is some good rice.
Any idea what other kinds of things you think we might have?
Honestly, I'm not sure what all is available here, but I know I want to try and find rice in this world.
Huh, I've not heard of rice.
What about the patty plant, then?
Patty plant?
Actually, they're the same thing. The whole plant is called a patty, and the seeds it produces are called rice. Such of it in Japan, the country where I lived, that it was the most consumed staple crop we had.
Sorry, Say, but I've never heard of it.
Oh well, it was worth a try.
You should consider asking Franz if he knows anything.
You think he may have seen some?
He is an experienced merchant who used to travel all over the world for work. He just might know something about it.
Other than that, Morgenhofen is probably your best bet.
Morgenhofen? What's that?
In the east, it's a rather large seaside port city.
It's the trade destination of Solitania, so they have a lot of imported goods.
Typically, they ship goods the kingdom has requested, but there's a chance some convoy has brought rice with them to try and sell.
Absolutely.
I'd long given up on rice since coming to this world, but oh, how I'd love to have some of it again.
Want to go? To Morgenhofen, eh?
I never expected I would see you here, Oscar.
Well, I had some business to attend to in town today. And when I heard you'd be here, I couldn't pass up the chance to stop and say hello.
You didn't have to go out of your way.
But of course I did. It's all because of you that our business is doing so well now.
My goodness! Morgenhofen's beautiful!
A ship carrying imported foodstuffs arrived today at the port.
Huh?
My lady is here in search of a certain grain, right? You might find it at the market in the morning. It'll be dark soon, and we've an early start. Why don't we make our way to the inn and rest up for tomorrow?
Huh?
I happen to be staying at the same inn. You there?
Say, are you ready? Everyone's waiting.
Yes, I'm on my way. Are you sure this doesn't just scream costume?
No, not in the least. Those glasses do make you look like a merchant's daughter sneaking out in disguise to go exploring. I'm sure the director would be relieved.
I have no doubt about that. I don't feel like I work too much.
But you never get any rest, do you?
I like doing that.
It's still work. Use this trip to Morgenhofen as an excuse to take a break and unwind. Oh, and there's one other thing.
What is this?
I want you to blend in, so you'll go in disguise. Do not forget you're the saint.
What?
I'll make sure the Third Order sends guards to accompany you, but we should play it safe.
Uh-huh.
My lady, I'm disappointed that I won't be there by your side to protect you myself.
You can't go incognito.
But there must be some way to...
You reek of privilege.
I do?
Indeed, you'd stand out like a sore thumb.
But with the right garments, I could go undercover, like Say.
I, for one, can't wait to see Morgenhofen.
Oh, you're going along with us?
Yes, I have a keen interest in exotic goods from other countries.
Spoken like
It might be best if you act like you're from a merchant family, too.
Well, if you think I should. How's this? Do I look like a merchant's daughter in these?
Yes, I think you do. Albert?
Those are quite charming. You have a different air about you, but you still look beautiful.
My, that's kind of you to say.
You are striking. You can't change that by wearing a disguise.
Oh, I don't think that's true, but thanks.
I'm sure I'd be able to recognize you in a crowded room, no matter what you might do to throw me off.
That smile of his does a number on my poor heart.
I keep losing you, Say. Let me catch up before you dart off, please.
But I can't help myself. There are just so many interesting things to look at.
I know, but I'm worn out already.
Do you two know what happened?
I heard there was an accident at the dock. Yes, some stacked crates toppled over, and someone got pinned underneath them.
My word, that sounds horrible.
Let's go. Now!
What was that about?
Someone got hurt.
Get back here!
Attention! Is there anyone here who can cast healing magic for us? The potions we have aren't strong enough to save him. Anyone? Do any of you know someone who can cast healing magic?
I don't know anyone who can heal an injury that great. Unfortunately, even if someone could heal that, they wouldn't be here at the docks.
Any mage that could would be at the palace.
I know what you're thinking, but you just can't say.
I must agree with Jude.
Sir Wolf,
It's too great a risk. I'm sorry. As your bodyguard, I strongly apologize.
pardon? I have a question. This may sound silly, but I must ask, did you try using any mid-grade potions on him?
Yes, of course. We did try one. What is this about?
Just something I carry with me for emergencies. Please feel free to use it.
I am afraid he's beyond potions, but thank you.
And it's enough to carry him through the worst of it.
I hope so. Rascal.
I didn't use any magic. Maybe you could just let me have this one, huh? I mean, if I can't cast healing magic, then this was the least I could do.
It isn't about using magic. You made that potion by hand, which means it will be strong enough to raise people's suspicions.
I have to do is say someone gifted it to me, so it's fine.
Is it, though?
Greetings, my friends. Did you find what you were looking for?
No, I got a bit sidetracked and forgot about my mission. But it's fine. Tomorrow is another day.
A bit sidetracked, you say?
Yes, it's a funny story.
Captain! I finally found you.
Pardon, might you have some business with the ladies, sir?
Forgive me. My name is Seiran, and I am the captain of a trade ship hailing from the Empire of Zydara.
Do you know this man?
Well, remember that part?
I owe you more than I could possibly repay. Your generosity saved a man's life. Thank you.
I'm just happy I was able to help.
As a token of my gratitude, please allow me to pay you for the potion.
Well, I received it as a gift, so I couldn't even tell you how much it cost.
Its effect was downright miraculous. I cannot simply accept it for free.
No, don't worry about that.
My conscience won't permit this.
I insist. Think nothing of it.
That's just not possible.
Seriously, I'm telling you that it's okay.
Look, I have an idea. Why not present your wares to her? Should she desire anything, allow her to purchase it at a discount.
Well, does that sound amenable to you, miss?
So then, what kind of specialty goods would you say Zydara is known for?
Well, funny you should ask. We didn't bring much here because they're not very popular locally, but...
Sancho pepper, chilies, star anise.
My word, I'm impressed you knew every one of them on site. We don't usually sell many of these items outside the country. In that case, do you recognize this too?
Is that miso? Do you sell miso?
Incredible. Not many could sniff that out.
What else? I want to see everything you've got, sir.
All right. There's more in the back.
Could this really be what I think it is? Please say yes. Rice!
What's in that jar?
That jar? Oh, it's just a little present from Lady Say. A seasoning from our homeland that I've been missing, nothing more.
Indeed. A treasured spice, is it?
Yes, that's right. She said she'd treat me to a meal with these ingredients. Oh, and she said to make sure to tell you that you're both invited as well.
I wouldn't mind going. However, this one...
What are you waiting for? Let's get going already.
So you'll have your rice at last?
That's right. I'm going to be ready for a while, you know.
Oh, really? And why's that?
Well, for starters, rice needs to soak for a time after it's been washed. And I'll be making a lot of other dishes to pair with it. Meaning I'll call you when it's ready, okay?
Yes, understood. Is the food ready? Oh, it's just you. Yes? What do you need?
The bodyguards who accompanied Say to Morganhof.
Just bringing reports. Just some reports, huh?
Well, that's why I'm here, but that isn't my sole reason for coming.
I might have known. So Say sent you an invitation, did she?
She did. A modest one, but an invitation it was.
Oh, very modest, I'm sure. Still, the two of you can't carry on so modestly forever.
What?
She's made quite a name for herself by going out on all those subjugation missions. Care to venture a guess at what might come next?
Do tell. What?
Albert, I've no doubt the thought of engagement hasn't even crossed Say's mind.
If she were hit with a mountain of proposals, I imagine she would panic or even get angry.
I think you and I both know that she would panic before anything else.
Most likely.
So then, will you take charge? You may be the son of a Margrave, but you'll lose her to another if you drag your feet.
I am well aware.
If you're feeling too hesitant to woo her, though, perhaps I should.
Johann.
All I mean is that I would rather step forward myself and take Say's hand than watch as some good-for-nothing claimed her. Yes? Come in.
A feast of delights, to be sure.
Hey, better not be sneaking a taste. So impatient. Sei-san! Aira-chan! Thank you so much for coming. Of course, I should thank you. This is all so exciting. Wow, I never imagined I'd get to eat real Japanese food in this world. Pardon me, no judgment here.
So, this dish is a delicacy from your homeland then, eh? It's like nothing I've seen before. Well, my dear, what's it called when it's at home? I'm simply dying to know what kind of effect it has on the body, the mind. I beg you, speak to me like a culinary encyclopedia.
Good afternoon. Ah, brother. I didn't expect you here. Well, Lady Say invited me, so... And furthermore, I thought somebody ought to come and keep that loose cannon under control.
Go on, tell me everything.
You'll lose her to another if you drag your feet.
I've no doubt about that.
Oh, Commander Hawk!
At long last, I have something to report to His Imperial Majesty. Yes, come in.
Pardon my intrusion.
Sorry to summon you.
Not at all.
As possible.
Understood, sir. So I take it this means you won't be returning with us, Captain?
I'll most likely remain in this land for some time. I don't intend to leave until I find the alchemist who created this potion.
So, tell me what's bothering you.
What?
You were in a bit of a panic earlier. What do you have against dancing?
Oh. I don't hate dancing, but I don't like to stand out. I know I'll be the center of attention. I wish I could just blend in and be a wallflower. Or better yet, I'd rather just be the wall.
That's not possible.
You don't think so?
Not a chance. You're the holy saint.
He's right. There's nowhere for me to hide.
I received an invitation as well. So don't worry, I'll be there with you, Say. Will that help?
Yes, thank you, Director.
Sure. Although, Al will be at the ball as well now.
Commander Hawk? You don't say. You think he'll be there too?
He's the commander of the Knights of the Third Order. He'd be invited as a matter of course.
I suppose so.
Well, if I know Albert, and I do, once he gets the invite, he'll likely ask your permission to escort you to the ball. What's wrong?
Oh, that seems rather presumptuous, doesn't it? Who knows what he might want to do?
We'll see.
Director! Do you have a minute?
Yes, be right over.
The commander's totally gonna ask me to the ball. He already said he would. What'll I do? But maybe he was just saying that to be polite. It was a while ago. Who's to say he even...
Lady Say, may I have the honor of being your escort? Once I heard the news about your debut, I realized we'd both be attending the ball. What say you?
Oh, gladly. I'd like that. And thank you. I'd love to go with you.
Thank goodness. I'm glad. And may I inquire where I might find you on that day?
Well, I believe I'm expected to spend the entire day at the Royal Palace in preparation.
Shall I plan to fetch you from the reception hall then?
Okay, that sounds perfect. I said I'd be there all day. I will, but I'm actually staying at the palace the night before also. I'm supposed to wear a different dress to each event, so the maids are rather enthusiastic about the whole costume change thing.
I see.
And I feel bad because I get to just sit around while my attendants... I feel so weird even calling them my attendants. Do all...
I look forward to having you on my arm. I'm sure you'll look gorgeous.
Good morning! It's time to face the day!
Is it morning already?
Did you find the pillows of the Royal Palace comfortable?
Oh, yes, of course! I got the best night's sleep of my life! My face feels so supple.
Something bothering you, my lady?
Not at all. I'm just amazed how healthy my skin has become.
Well, that makes perfect sense. We did use your new skincare cream in all your treatments yesterday.
Oh, no. I believe it's because you're such a skilled masseuse, Marie.
Why, you're much too kind. Now, chop chop. All right, girls, the time has come. Let's dress Lady Say.
Who the heck am I?
It looks splendid on you. Everyone's certain to recognize you as the Holy Saint in that robe.
It's just, I thought I'd be in the same robe I wore before. This feels so much more ornate than that one.
I hoped you'd feel that way. We strive to hone our skills every day.
Thank you very much for working so hard on it. It's tough not to feel like their time's wasted on me. No, Say, that's rude. They put so much effort into making you presentable. You need to push down those kinds of thoughts. Ugh.
Are you ready, my lady?
My, I hope you have a lovely time.
Thanks.
Not long ago, from the saint summoning ritual, and through it, we were sent a holy saint. She has come to dispel the dark miasma threatening to engulf our land. Today, I would like to formally introduce her. Please welcome her with a round of applause. May I present Holy Saint Sei Takanashi. Lady Takanashi has traveled the countryside with our forces, achieving incredible feats, slaying monsters far and wide. Everyone here is already well aware of the results. You've witnessed firsthand the dwindling number of monsters and miasma swamps. People of Salutania, you may take solace in knowing peace is no longer a distant dream, all thanks to our... Excellent work. I'm sure you're tired. I advise you to get some rest before the ball. I'll see you later tonight.
The first hurdle of the day's been cleared. Ladies, I have returned.
I do hope you enjoyed yourself. I hear you were superb, Lady Say. Your friends are waiting for you right over there.
Huh? Liz, you're here?
I apologize for disturbing you. But you see, I simply had to see you up close in that gorgeous robe, so I hope I'm not intruding on your rest.
No, are you kidding? I don't mind at all. Think nothing of it, please. Who's this with you?
Ami, my name is Rain Salutania. It's an honor to meet the Holy Saint in person. I am humbled by your presence.
Prince Rain is the second prince of our kingdom.
He's that guy's little brother? Oh, the honor is all mine, Your Highness. My name is Sei Takanashi. It's such a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Of course he knows your name. Your Highness, with Sei it might behoove you to be a little less formal. She doesn't particularly relish rigid decorum.
If that would put you at ease, I'll do as you wish. Truth be told, I've heard quite a bit about you from Lady Ashley, so I very much wanted to meet you for myself, even if this is my only chance to. Lady Takanashi, please allow me to apologize for my elder brother's actions.
He apologized on his own, so there's really no need for you to be concerned about it as well, Your Highness. Especially since I'd already completely forgotten about the whole thing.
That is rather magnanimous of you. Thank you for your kind words.
Well, now that we've gotten all that business out of the way, I hope you still have enough time left for me.
What do you mean by that?
You see, I was actually the one who wanted to speak with you first, Sei, but then His Highness insisted that he come along too.
I must admit, I didn't think you'd attend the ceremony, so I'm surprised to see you today.
Unfortunately, the two of us are not permitted to attend this evening's ball. But I simply couldn't afford to miss this opportunity. I wanted to see your fancy attire, so I came to visit.
She wanted to see me wearing this outfit? But this isn't that special. I usually dress up when we have tea.
Now you're wearing that splendid robe. I'm so glad I decided to come see you today.
As am I. Lady Sei is such a charming woman. I'm glad I talked to
When they first told me I'd have to attend this debut ceremony, I wasn't looking forward to it at all. I didn't want to be the center of attention. Honestly, if given the chance, I would have backed out.
Then I'm sure I must be as
But
well.
now that I see how truly happy this seems to make Liz and all the others, I'm glad I mustered up the courage to go through with it. What a lovely dress. So beautiful.
Pardon the intrusion.
Come in. Commander Hawk, thank you for escorting me this evening.
Of course.
Is something wrong?
Oh, my apologies. You took my breath away. Look at you. I'm under your spell.
Oh my goodness. Don't say that. You also look so... Oh, never mind. Nothing. Sorry. Say, calm down. What was I on the verge of saying to him? I know how red my face must be. I don't know what to do in this kind of situation.
I'm sorry, but it's almost time for the ball, so we must prepare for your departure. From House Grellman, Lord Olaf escorting Lady Iris.
Are you feeling nervous?
Extremely nervous. Although I have studied royal etiquette to the letter, I worry whether I can put it into practice.
Lord Al...
It's time.
Here goes. Smile, smile. Gracefully, elegantly. It's okay. I just need to do it exactly how I was taught.
Sei.
What is it? Ah!
Don't forget to look at me.
Yes, I'm sorry. Thank you, Sis. I can't handle him pulling out his best moves, too.
No. That was entirely my fault. I just did it without thinking. Sorry. Just relax.
He feels guilty about pushing my buttons, but why is he smiling like that?
Truly, it was such a pleasure to dance with you tonight. Thank you, Say.
Oh, thank you. I enjoyed myself.
Good job, you two.
Thank you.
The director? He really is handsome, isn't he?
Why don't you take a turn with Say next?
Oh, don't ask the impossible. You know I've distanced myself from all this.
I suggested more for her benefit than yours.
It is as I predicted. Our holy saint is quite popular. Everyone's waiting for their chance to ask her. Well, I am here because I was worried this would happen after all. I'll stall for time. Why don't you go ahead and call for reinforcements?
Right.
Then shall we?
Huh?
May I have the honor of sharing a turn on the floor with you, Lady Say?
Director?
Did they not teach you at the palace it's considered poor form to dance with a saint partner twice? Sorry, some stranger, right? Or I hope that's the case. Looks like Al came through.
I heard you needed aid, so here I am.
Oh, hello, Grand Vegas.
I was told this was the perfect chance to dance with you, so I rushed over to be at your side as fast as I could.
I doubt that. He's never been interested in anything other than magic, so he's definitely lying.
Tell us about the ball. I heard you made quite a commotion on the dance floor. They say you were the object of every lady's envy.
Yes, that's what I heard as well. The Grand Magus and Magus Hawk are notorious no-shows at these events. So the fact that you enticed Lord Dreyfus to attend is very impressive indeed.
My! It must have been quite a sight.
Why does that seem to tickle you so much, Liz? Dancing with different partners was so eye-opening. I never knew that each man leads in such a different way. I've really only danced with my teacher before, so...
Incidentally, whose lead would you say you enjoyed the most?
Well, let me think.
I'd like to express my gratitude for your presence at the debut ceremony as well as the ball. So thank you.
Oh, no. Your Majesty, I'm the one who should thank you for the invitation.
And I trust that no one has been pestering you since that evening, Lady Say.
It's been quiet. No one's contacted me.
Glad to hear it. Please do let me know if anyone bothers you so that I may take care of them.
You're much too kind.
There is one other matter, Say. Something of great importance. As it turns out, a young man from abroad will be traveling here to study.
He is the prince of another kingdom, one of our partners in trade. Rather unusual.
Oh, my. A prince?
We received the request only recently. The prince wishes to attend the Royal Academy, while also observing our various research facilities. Indeed, hence we have much to discuss.
By which you mean our saint?
Yes.
Huh?
Your powers are one of our most protected national secrets.
In order to safeguard that knowledge, we wish to conceal your powers as much as possible, and to limit your interactions with the prince while he's here.
Therefore, we propose this solution. We hope to have you stay in the royal palace, if you will, for the duration of the prince's visit.
I see. Does that mean I'm not allowed to go to the Institute at all?
Might not work. Say is growing herbs in the gardens at the Institute that she must continue monitoring. And she becomes ill at ease when she's not working. Though I do encourage her to take breaks.
Yes, very true.
My king, shall we adjourn then? Say and I will...
Wait! Though, if you don't mind my asking, what country is this prince from?
From a land called Zydera.
Zydera?
Wait a sec.
Yeah, what?
All right, so that captain we met in Morgenhafen was from Zydera, wasn't he?
Oh, you're right. He was.
Is it possible he found out about that potion and told the prince?
Don't bring that up.
What about a potion? It all makes sense. I'm sure His Majesty suspects of you. I've no doubt they've reported everything to the king. They are knights from the Third Order.
Of course. Makes sense. I didn't ask them to keep it a secret. I understand the situation now. I probably should make myself scarce while the prince is here.
Well, we don't actually know if he is after your potions or not, but we should avoid taking unnecessary risks.
Fair point. So I take it you'll be accepting the Royal Palace's request?
Mm-hmm. We'll have Sei move into the Royal Palace and come and go at the Institute. Palace officials will draw up the prince's schedule in advance, so we can plan for her absence.
But I'll be so lonely.
It's worse for me. Really. How is this even fair?
Huh?
Right now I'm growing rare herbs. I've been watching their progress. How am I supposed to record their growth on...
Have you heard the news? We're soon to be hosting a visiting student.
Yes. He plans to stop by the Institute as well. From my understanding, he'll be attending the Royal Academy during his stay.
Indeed. The student council has been busy preparing a formal reception for him.
You have a student council in this world too?
But of course we do. It's composed of students from the highest-born families. Does the same thing exist where you're from?
Yes, it does.
I imagine you achieved grand things as a member of yours, didn't you?
Nope, never. I was usually in the back row drawing flowers in my notebook.
Our student council is currently led by Prince Rain.
The one I met the other day.
Mm-hmm. As a second, I'm overseeing a number of the...
Sounds like you're as busy as I am.
It's true. We're both working wonders. I have to admit, I'm curious what this prince will be like.
Maybe he's the serious type? He is traveling from another country to study after all.
As long as that's the truth of it.
Whoa, what do you mean by that?
Well, you see, at times, nobles find themselves inconvenienced in their home country, so they flee abroad until it's safe to return. Or perhaps he's coming to steal our national secrets, a real Zyderan spy, bringing intelligence back to the Empire. Say, I'm merely teasing. No, in all seriousness, our contact with Zydera is limited. So I doubt they would have much interest in our national secrets. But no.
I must say you look a tad bit nervous today. Are you displeased to join the reception in the Royal Audience Chamber, Lady Sei?
No, I think I've come to terms with the pageantry.
Your status more than earns you a place by His Majesty's side, dear.
No doubt the prince knows our customs, in particular that we have a holy saint. This is simply another one of my duties, so I'm happy to do it.
My, then I don't see it behind.
Yes. Grand Magus Drevis enchanted it with a magic that obscures the wearer. It was all my idea. I'm certain that the Imperial Prince won't be able to see my face now.
Oh, well, it's most impressive that you'd even think to request such an unusual accessory.
Oh, don't say that. There is one caveat. Its magic makes it harder for the wearer to see through, too. I'm grateful they arranged an escort to come walk me to the audience chamber. But I'm still pretty nervous.
Oh, I see. I'm sure it'll work out fine.
Commander Hawk of the Third Order of Knights here to see you, milady.
Sounds like you can relax since it's someone you already know.
Yeah, that's true, but I hadn't mentally prepared myself to see him yet.
gorgeous.
You are much too kind.
Now, please allow me the honor of escorting you.
Yes, it would be my pleasure. Check me out! I'm calm, cool, and collected. He can't faze me.
You look just like a beautiful bride!
So you're the bride? I suppose that would make me the groom then. Well, I guess we should be off to our wedding, my bride.
So unfair.
From Zydera, Imperial Prince Tenyu.
Is that really Prince Tenyu? Did I imagine that?
So you were right, Say. The prince does seem to be a rather serious fellow.
He's already attending classes at the academy, isn't he? What are your thoughts on him?
He's very polite, and he's made some friends. Even the knights who have been acting as his bodyguards have a good opinion of him. That's right, he is. Prince Tenyu is the son of the Emperor and his 7th concubine, and he's the 18th Prince of Zydera.
18th? Not sure what that means in terms of the prince's political standing, but that's a lot of wives for just one man.
Unlike Zydera, Salutania doesn't practice polygamy, so you needn't worry yourself, Say.
Wait, what do you mean?
Goodness, perhaps one mustn't assume.
Liz! This is not the time!
My apologies. Prince Tenyu is knowledgeable in a myriad of subjects. He gets along with his classmates and enjoys engaging them in discussions about their daily lessons.
It sounds like he's incredibly studious.
I agree, and he seems especially interested in plant life.
Oh.
He spoke about all manner of plants. There were flowering plants, trees, fruits, and even some flora I'd never heard of. And also, edible roots with medicinal uses.
Medicinal? So, did he say which species could be used like that?
I knew you would have some questions. I made a list of everything I can remember him mentioning. There are plenty of plants I don't recognize, but perhaps you might.
Splendid, Liz. We're kindred spirits. These are all species that have medicinal uses, but there's no focus on any one particular type.
I came to the same conclusion myself.
I can only speak to how we use them. I don't have any clue how the people inside that learn to use these plants.
I see. Well then, nobles often gather information by But either way, you should still be careful to avoid running into the prince while he's here. His tours of the research facilities are to begin shortly.
You're right. Thanks for the information. I will be careful.
I wish I had more to offer you, my kindred spirit.
It's been 4 days. There. Are you guys lonely without me?
Say, what are you doing?
Nothing. Why? Oh, how was Prince Tenyu's visit?
His seriousness is impressive, to be sure.
Yeah, that's what I...
Start work at the Institute right now if you wanted.
Wow, that is impressive. He must be knowledgeable then.
Indeed. He could name scores of potions' ingredients. I even learned a thing or two from the questions he was asking.
Really? Like what?
He asked if formulas vary from country to country in terms of ingredients and methods, and if so, did it have any impact on the effects of the potions?
Wow, the kid is really into potions, I guess. Interesting.
He talked about more than just that, so I can't say for sure.
Right. Still, why is Prince Tenyu paying us a personal visit? Huh?
Pardon my interruption. I came to thank you personally. My tour of the Institute took time out of your day.
Oh, no. It was my pleasure.
No. I'm just sort of passing by.
Say.
Sorry, yes. I do, in fact, work as a researcher at the facility. You can call me Sei.
Well, Sei, I'm a visiting scholar here from Zydada. My name's Tenyu. You weren't here when I came by before, were you? I think I would have remembered.
You are very observant. I was working in a different area the day you came.
I see. That explains it. Well, in any case, I offer my apologies for the belated introduction.
No need to apologize.
It's a pleasure. I hope I will be seeing more of you, miss.
Me too.
Those plants are well cared for. Would you happen to be their steward, Sei?
Oh, yes.
They're exceedingly rare medicinal herbs, as you know. If I recall correctly, they're not native to this...
Them specially sent to me from Klausner's domain. He could tell just by a quick glance. He must really know his medicinal herbs. Your Highness?
So besides rare herb cultivation, what do you do here?
Oh, me? It's boring. I don't do anything particularly important. I mainly just take care of the garden, that kind of thing.
Understood. How very fascinating indeed.
Wait, what? Did he not hear me call it boring?
Pardon. It's time, Your Highness.
Thank you. I'll leave you to it. Sorry to interrupt.
No, not at all. Our apologies for keeping you.
Lovely to meet you, Sei. I hope that you and I might be able to speak more intimately in the future. Farewell.
Did you know he was coming by?
No, of course not.
What was that?
No.
I have to say, regarding your meeting with Prince Tenyu, when His Majesty caught word, the palace erupted into pure chaos.
Look, I am so sorry. I really wasn't thinking.
Oh, I didn't mean because of you. You're not to blame for this at all. You did the best you could under rather awkward circumstances. The prince, however, he made a mess of things.
What do you mean, made a mess?
Neither the royal palace nor His Majesty were aware of the prince's visit. Meaning, the prince snuck into the institute.
What? That is a serious problem. We keep a great deal of classified information stored here. Is he looking for information about Sei?
I wonder. He claims to have simply gotten lost while out for a walk.
A likely story.
Right. And he just happened to run into us. How very convenient.
Still, I don't see cause to panic just yet. I believe the Holy Saint's identity remains secret. I don't think anyone would ever imagine she'd be working outside the palace so openly.
Agreed. The idea of the Holy Saint being a super rare seedling savant is too preposterous to be believed. Not to mention her obsession with work.
Watch it.
Where's the lie, Sei?
You're not wrong, you're just rude. Rude!
Well, the matter was settled with a stern warning this time. To be safe, we've assigned bodyguards to keep watch on the prince around the clock.
So does that mean he can't visit the Institute anymore? Or not without express permission?
Exactly right.
Then great, there's nothing to worry about. Problem solved, everyone. Now Sei can go back to overworking herself.
Watch it.
I remember his attendant saying it's time. Why would there have been a time limit on him getting lost? Weird.
Well, did you at least learn anything, Your Highness?
I overheard an odd conversation when I was at the Medicinal Flora Research Institute.
Have you seen Sei?
She's not working today, remember?
Ah, yes, that's right. Sorry. I just wanted to thank her for last time. I'll come back.
There's a researcher by the name of Sei, and it was clear that the others look up to her.
Significant?
I've deduced 3 things from those exchanges. The first, Sei is a researcher of exceptional skill, depended upon by people outside the Institute. Second, she's so significant everyone knows when she's in, or more revealing when she's out. Third, and most interestingly, her absence that day seemed to be so sudden that word of it hadn't traveled widely. Almost as if my visit is what prompted it. In short, she may be the answer to the puzzle I have come here to solve.
Do you think so?
Well, at this point it's mere conjecture. I'm afraid my next move may have to be somewhat rash.
Your Highness, think of your status.
I don't care. In the grand scheme of things, this matter is well worth the sacrifice. Looks as though she's here today.
She seems to be.
Now that we've crossed paths more than once, I can't realistically keep ducking out every time he's here. I'll be careful not to expose my identity.
Wyatt Say, correct?
Your Highness! Let me welcome you to the Institute.
I'm happy to be in your presence again.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
Oh. That's quite a number of potions you have. What a challenge that must be. And how many of you did it take to make this many?
Huh?
Huh?
Well, let me think. Probably 4 or maybe 5 people? Nice save. I can't tell him I made every single one of these by myself.
You don't say. And these are all mid-grade potions, is that correct?
Yes, but how can you tell?
These look much like the ones back home. You must use the same basic steps that we do.
I had no idea. He can tell just by looking at them? Can't say I'm surprised. He really knows his stuff.
Though, the potions we utilize to cure status ailments are somewhat different.
I wonder why.
It must come down to the resources. Our 2 countries have different flora. Our recipes use medicinal...
No fair. How am I supposed to control myself when it comes to talking about herbs? Sorry, Your Highness. Seems I've kept you far too long.
Oh no, you made it much too easy to lose track of the time. The depth of your knowledge is so profound. I've learned a lot from you, Say. I do have one more question, though. Does this facility make high-grade potions?
High-grade potions?
That's right. Perhaps there's one that remedies a specific...
Whatever gave you that idea?
Earlier you disclosed that several of your researchers were responsible for producing this many potions. Even so, it's a staggering amount.
Well, true.
If the Institute regularly produces this quantity, someone here must be able to craft high-grade potions. I can't help but wonder to myself, perhaps you're that someone.
Not me, but I do happen to know someone who's able to make high-grade potions. Sort of. They tend to fail more often than they succeed.
They fail, you say?
Until one is advanced in their skills, there's more potential for something to go wrong during the process, so they don't make those as often. Also, most of the ingredients required are costly, making it hard to recover the expense.
I see. We face a similar problem
elsewhere, and sometimes I receive high-grade potions from an acquaintance, but unfortunately I could hardly rise to the challenge of making them myself.
Oh, I see. It seems I was mistaken. Thank you kindly for your time today, then.
Of course.
I'll take my leave.
That wore me out!
And yet you did so well.
This might be even more taxing than your usual workload is.
Well, not physically, no. Actually, I found the conversation with His Highness to be rather stimulating.
The 2 of you did appear to have a connection. It's as if you were both lost in another world.
Great! That was all part of my plan.
Oh?
And that much harder.
It's a lot to ask. Apologies.
Please. This is just part of my duties. I know that.
Still, it is rather odd. The prince does seem fixated on you.
He's not. He's more interested in the Holy Saint.
There's always the chance he's innocently quenching a thirst for knowledge. Or perhaps he could also be gauging your usefulness on the battlefield.
Indeed. A holy saint can be useful in all sorts of ways.
Come on.
Well, no point taking stabs in the dark. For now, we need to focus on how best to handle him.
You do have a point.
What's more, he claimed that he simply got lost after being found roaming the grounds. I find that to be rather suspicious.
Then continuing to proceed with caution is the plan, I assume.
2 facts must be kept secret. That Say is our holy saint, obviously.
Seems like we may need to collect some intelligence ourselves.
Should we?
Yes. Because a good offense is the best defense, as they say.
An illustrated guide to Zyderan flora? I see.
I think we can manage to find something like that. But why do you need it?
Well, there's the guest from Zydera visiting the royal palace.
Oh, you mean the Imperial Prince?
Yep, him. That prince our conversations toward medicinal herbs from his homeland, you know?
I see. How like you, Lady Say. I've one question, though. Are you certain this isn't just an excuse to study herbs from Zydera?
I don't know what you mean.
Anyway, can His Imperial Highness keep up with you intellectually?
Of course. He seems to know a lot about plants. We could have talked about them forever. Apparently, his studies are primarily medicinal flora and its uses.
So that's what's going on.
What's going on?
Well, my lady, there's something highly suspect about the whole thing.
Highly suspect in what way?
There's one piece of the Imperial Prince's puzzle that I can't put into place.
Lady Say, do you remember the day we met Captain Seyron in Morgenhofen?
About him?
Well, turns out he was searching for an alchemist, apparently. One capable of making high-grade potions to boot. And at the time, we knew nothing about him.
But as a precaution, we've been looking into Captain Seyron's background and connections ever since. In our search, we discovered that he has a very powerful benefactor.
Who would that be?
Just everyone's favorite visiting scholar, the Imperial Prince of Zydera. Now that I know his in-depth knowledge of plants, I've no doubt the prince must be the patron behind Captain Seyron's tireless pursuit of a master alchemist.
So, Prince Tenyu is openly visiting various facilities while he has others scour the cities?
Precisely, but there's something else.
Huh?
In my dealings with him, Captain Seyron and I have conversed at great length.
You're sure he wasn't pretending?
Yes. In fact, he could not have possibly cared less, and he would keep changing the subject. His sole focus is finding an alchemist.
He seems to subscribe to the mistaken belief that the only application for the Holy Saint's power is subjugating monsters and nothing more. We've spoken with other inhabitants of Zydera, and they are all under similar impressions.
Whoa, hold on a second there. Okay, so this is what I'm getting. Seyron is looking for an alchemist for Prince Tenyu, who is so desperate that he came all the way to the palace to find one himself.
Yes, that's right, and the saint is not even his goal.
So, really, they're just looking for the best potion maker in the land, and that's it?
In both our minds, that is the likeliest explanation.
Why would a foreign prince go so far? High-grade potions are rare, no doubt about it, but if
Mystery.
At the very least, he doesn't seem to have any ill intent toward our holy saint. I, for one, am relieved about that.
Well, whatever his intentions, he sure has piqued my curiosity. Right. Time to do a little digging.
Researching the Imperial Prince, you mean?
Isn't that rather risky?
Prince Tenyu will be studying here for a full year. And honestly, lying to him that whole time would be exhausting. I just can't do that.
Still,
I'm assuming you have some sort of plan?
I have a dependable ally in a kindred spirit. She should be getting here soon. Liz! Or not!
I'm sorry. Should I just go away?
That's not it at all. I'm sorry, I was just surprised to see you. Liz, or wait, I mean Elizabeth. I mean Lady Ashley and I have an appointment and I was expecting her!
Will you two be reading together?
No, it's more like a strategy meeting, actually. And what brings you here today, Commander Hawk?
Finding you. I came to tell you that next week I'll be returning home for a while.
Returning home? Why's that?
Oh, monsters. Sightings are on the rise. Hawk territory has seen a marked increase of late.
Not good.
Beautiful son to go and visit his parents. Still, traveling to our home from the royal capital makes for a lengthy ride. Meaning, I'm afraid I'll be away for quite some time, so I wanted to see you before I departed, to see your face.
Oh my, dear me. Liz! Apologies, I forgot there's somewhere I have to be. You carry on, I'll come back later. Liz! I'll be gone a while, so here's an idea. While you wait for me to return, why don't you share your plans with the commander? Good day, dear Say. Take your time. Liz!
Your plans, eh?
Oh.
If there's any way that I might be of assistance, then I shall do my utmost best.
Sure.
Understood. You wish to ascertain Prince Tenyu's intent, but you can't simply ask him directly, lest you cause diplomatic tensions, right?
He's particularly interested in high-grade medicinal potions that can cure ailments, but I want to know exactly what his motivations might be. That's it. I'd like to find out as much as I can without him catching on.
Hence the obscure apothecarial books. Rather impressive.
Thanks. Still, I think I'll have to broach it with him. I just don't know how to go about it without him deflecting or getting offended.
Aha! I've thought of just the thing.
Your Highness!
I wanted to extend my gratitude for always making time for me. I know you're a busy woman. Starting next week, I will be shifting my attention to another facility.
Oh, I see. I have to say, I will miss our discussions about medicinal herbs a great deal.
As will I, having never before met someone as knowledgeable on the subject.
Thank you. I'm honored.
While our talks have been most fruitful, I fear I don't have much longer in this country, so I'll cherish them all the more.
What do you mean?
Is Say here?
Commander Hawk!
Our inventory has dwindled to almost nothing. Thus, we were hoping you could produce more potions that can cure status ailments.
What grade are you looking for specifically?
The highest grade. The kind most people cannot make. Do you know of an alchemist who can help me by chance?
I can't really tell you for certain. When it comes to high-grade potions for ailments, the difficulty varies depending on what you're trying to cure.
I was not aware. What types of conditions are the hardest to treat?
Let's see. Well, poisons circulating in the body that inhibit healing, for example, those are the worst. They're very challenging to remedy with regular potions.
Interesting.
Oh, and also ailments that present differently from person to person, those are terrible. I know many an alchemist who has cried themselves to sleep over them.
No doubt. Still, this alchemist you know, they're more than talented enough to do it, are they not?
Indeed.
So many lives already. I believe they deny themselves proper credit. They deserve the highest accolades for the service they so brilliantly provide.
Well, I don't know if I'd go quite that far.
Well, didn't you say your friend wants more experience? And specifically with that kind of problem? Custom potions for certain ailments?
Yes, that's correct. Although their success will depend on what they're trying to treat.
I see. I'll return once I have a better idea of our unit's exact needs.
The plan worked, I think.
I suppose my request will have to wait until I have all the information.
I'll be at your service.
It's not the worst news after all. Gives me an excuse to see you again.
We never agreed to improvise anything that wasn't in the script. So there you have it. We put on a little act to root him out.
You really are fearless sometimes, Say.
Say, His Highness wants to speak with you.
Advantage me.
Please forgive me, but earlier, I happened to overhear your conversation with that gentleman.
Which conversation do you mean?
Would it be an imposition if I asked you to introduce me to your alchemist friend?
Well, they're very particular about whom they meet. If I may ask, what were you hoping to gain from the introduction?
Have you heard of a wasting condition, where the use of one's arms and legs gradually fades to nothing?
Yes, I have. Or rather, I've heard of something similar called muscular atrophy.
My aim is to know if your friend could possibly cure such a thing. No alchemist in my homeland has been able to provide relief. Someone I love suffers from this ailment. And that person is my mother. How are you feeling today, Mother?
I'm fine. It's been so long. I've grown used to it.
They have said I may browse the Imperial Archives. This time, I will find a cure.
Tenyu, please, listen. I know the truth. No one can heal me now. For me, try to focus on yourself.
Don't say that.
As your mother, to see you happy brings me such comfort. I need nothing else.
I'd go to the ends of the earth. Nothing matters more to me than you, Mother. Then, right in the middle of my research, I received a message about a powerful potion from Salutania that piqued my curiosity.
Oh, wow.
For such high-grade potions to be in circulation, there must be an outstanding alchemist in your ranks. As soon as that became clear, I decided to come here to study.
So that's your reason?
In truth, when I first arrived, I believed you were the alchemist I was searching for.
Bingo.
Though I may have been mistaken, I'm still glad I found you. You were willing to speak to that alchemist on my behalf. I'm quite grateful for that.
I feel so bad now.
Yet, unfortunately, even if they're inclined to lend a sympathetic ear to my predicament, it may well amount to nothing.
Why? That's rather bleak. From my experience, different symptoms often require different potions.
And the same potions won't work if the symptoms intensify.
Exactly.
My mother's condition has only worsened over the years. Her legs grew weak rather quickly, and now she's bedridden. Though I cannot fully detail the intricacies of her symptoms. I am aware that without personally examining her, your alchemist is ill-equipped to create the right potion.
But maybe...
Unfortunately, our options for her care are limited. We can't take your royal alchemist to my homeland, nor would my poor mother survive the long journey here. Is that possible?
I guess something you'd call a panacea?
Yes, if something like that truly existed, my heart would sing. Oh my, I've lost track of the time, but I appreciate you listening to me.
Of course.
I don't know what else there is for me to try, but I'm more than willing to do everything I can to help my mother. So please, relay that much to the alchemist.
Done. To try everything you can, huh?
A cure-all, you say? I assume it's for Prince Tenyu?
Yes.
You told me you wished to know his intentions, but you didn't say anything about helping him. Did he ask you to keep this a secret?
No, he's not to blame. It just seems like he doesn't want many people to discover the truth.
I see. Even so, I'm afraid I will need to learn the details. As you know, the palace has a vested interest.
That's clear.
I understand how strongly you feel, but please think of us as well. Everyone's aim is to protect you, say.
I'm terribly sorry.
Now then, unless I'm mistaken, your ambition is to create a panacea for any manner of status ailment.
I'm not certain that making such a thing is even possible.
Nor am I. You're more likely to catch a cloud. And I lack the authority to grant you permission to share the recipe, not with the Imperial Prince. We'd need the Prime Minister, or even His Majesty's endorsement for such a request as that.
Right.
With that being said, I do completely support your personal research of it.
Oh, you do? That surprises me.
Of course. The more difficult the task, the more inspired you become.
But...
It's quite obvious to me that Prince Tenyu triggered your interest in a panacea, and there's no harm in a passion project.
Thank you very much.
Though, do remain discreet about your research, please. Above all else, we can't let him find out about your powers, say.
Right. Karina, eh?
Do I know her?
She's the alchemist who looked after me in Klausner's domain.
I hope it's not some kind of bad news.
I wouldn't necessarily say that. I asked her some questions about creating a panacea.
Didn't get the answers that you were hoping for?
No. Oh well, at least she did share some good ideas. She couldn't tell me much about creating a panacea. Instead, she sent me some suggestions on herbs that may have an effect on the symptoms.
Wow, a real alchemist from the Holy Land.
Strange.
What is it?
I can't find it.
Huh?
What's that?
An encyclopedia that covers non-medicinal varieties. There it is.
You're right. It's not considered a medicinal plant?
Seems like the Klausner domain knows something about it that we don't.
Yes, I suppose that's possible.
Since it's not therapeutic, I don't know if our facility even cultivates it. Well, what's wrong?
We may come across more plants like this that aren't considered medicinal yet. And they may be hard to get in the royal capital. It looks like I have my work cut out for me. Huh.
I'd say so.
You two certainly seem to get along famously.
I'm sorry, or, that's what I've heard from the alchemist.
There's no need for you to apologize.
The good news is, they are prioritizing producing results before you're to return home. Well, at least, that's what I was told.
How kind of them. Thank you, Sei.
You're studying in Solitania for a year, correct?
Actually, I've received a letter from a servant of my mother's. Apparently, her condition is rapidly declining. Instead of me studying abroad, I think my mother's preference would be to have me by her side in her final days. Perhaps because the two of us have only ever had each other, I'm inclined to worry about her. My apologies.
I do empathize.
Certain how much longer I will be able to remain in Solitania. But I would love to speak with you again before I leave.
Yes, of course. Huh? Commander Hawk!
See? I kept my promise.
Excuse me?
I've only just returned to the capital, and you're the first person I've come to see. We're doing quite well, but the monsters are increasing in our land at a faster pace than reported. It seems we may need to keep a close eye on the situation.
Definitely.
Once things have settled down, I should very much like to take you there and show you the place where I grew up.
Of course. I'd like that too. I may even be able to help as the Holy Saint.
Oh no, that's not my intention. I brought this for you. Please, open it.
Wait, is this honey?
Made in my domain.
And I can have it?
All yours. Enjoy it. I brought it back just for you.
Oh wow, that's so generous. It feels like forever since I've seen honey. Oh, may I try putting a spot of it in my tea?
Please.
Wait, that sweet smell. Apple blossoms?
Most impressive. The bees love the apple blossoms too.
It has a rather distinct aroma. Hold on. How much do they collect? I imagine it's a rare commodity. This honey must be highly valuable.
We can't harvest a lot, but it's not that precious. I thought you liked sweets.
I do, but...
Then please accept my gift. Just knowing that you'll enjoy it makes me happy.
Oh, how thoughtful of you. What a treat.
Thank goodness. Say, I'm glad you like it.
Huh?
I thought you seemed in low spirits earlier. It's a relief to see that smile. It's lovely.
I'm sorry if I've hit a bit of a snag. But I must admit, this has really helped me to unwind. The honey tastes so sweet and delicate.
Indeed.
It's so light, almost tart.
I've never used honey in tea, so I'm unfamiliar with the flavor.
Honey tea is perfect for sipping when you have a sore throat. You can also mix it with warm milk before bed if you're having trouble sleeping.
Who knew it was so useful?
What's more, I've heard honey's believed to be a universal remedy. I mean, an apple a day keeps the doctor away, as they say where I'm from. Oh.
What's wrong?
I just had an idea. What if I made a potion with apple honey? Yeah, there's a chance I could use that to make a panacea.
Oh.
Mixing non-medicinal and medicinal plants is the key, and it was right in front of me all along. What about honey from lotus flowers or other kinds of flora? Oh, that's right! I can use my holy powers, just like I do when making high-grade healing potions. I can grow them myself.
I tried to find some for you, but it doesn't seem apples are for sale this time of year.
You mean I'll have to wait until fall?
No. I was able to procure a few saplings. Will that suffice?
Honestly, that's even more ideal.
And with your magic, it's practically cheating. Well, we're here.
What's this?
You'll be using the Saint's conjury. That's quite hard to miss. No one can see us here. His Majesty helped to secure it. Have at it, then.
Right. I want to be wholesome and helpful, just like that delicate apple honey.
I must thank you for responding to my summons at this early hour.
Of course.
Are you enjoying the academy?
Very much so. Everyone there has been warm and friendly. I've learned quite a bit.
I hear that you have a keen interest in medicinal herbs.
Yes, true.
How delightful. In that case, you must already know that the founder of alchemy itself was from our fair country.
No, I can't say I did.
I see. This alchemist was born with incredible talent. Many of their formulas were lost, and no one has been able to replicate them.
These are
potions created by that same alchemist that the royal family has passed down. Some would call them a panacea.
That means a cure-all, correct?
Yes, they heal every manner of all. And thus, I'd like to offer them to you. As a token of friendship between our people.
I'm sorry, I cannot accept this.
Why?
I am but a powerless prince. I cannot provide anything of equal value in return.
As I am the sovereign of this kingdom, I cannot say I expect nothing. But I do not immediately require anything in return for this gift.
But why?
Think of it as an investment of sorts. Everyone that has met you has relayed to me that you are a man of great integrity. My motive is quite simple. We truly wish to become your friends.
Say, it's from Prince Tenyu.
Wow.
I heard His Highness is returning home.
I'm afraid so.
I'm still a little disappointed we didn't get to say goodbye to him.
Well, if it's meant to be, we'll see him again.
I heard he left because he has urgent business back home. It's because he got the medicine you made, isn't it?
I think so. His Majesty handled all the details, though, so I'm not sure how exactly the whole handoff was arranged.
I hope it works.
Me too. I hope we get to hear lots of stories about Prince Tenyu's mother someday.
You look rather exhausted, Say. Was the latest subjugation more trying than usual?
I'd say it went well enough. There were far fewer monsters this time around, at least. I can't tell them I'm like this over the commander's smile.
The number of subjugations is also decreasing lately. It's been a bit quiet for the Royal Magi Assembly, too.
My, things truly are calming down. How fortuitous. I suspect we'll be facing an entirely different problem soon.
What would that be?
Frankly, dear, your engagement.
What's that now?
Why would that cause you to make such an unpleasant face?
No reason at all.
I believe that it's time for you to start thinking seriously about marriage. You've used your duties as an excuse thus far.
Jeez, you'd think I'd gone back home.
Much work recently, is that not correct?
Well, yes. You're correct, Mother.
Who are you calling your mother? You may laugh, but I'm afraid that being the case, you'll be receiving invitations before long.
You mean to tea parties like this one?
Obviously, but evening parties as well, and they are a different matter.
Huh?
My friend, you're more popular than you think.
That's not true.
Actually, it is true. I'd wager the Royal Palace is simply flooded with all manner of invitations for you.
Wait, what? I'm not any good with that kind of stuff.
You really don't give yourself enough credit. I've said my piece, but I hope you understand I only want you to follow your heart. Given your status, social events will be a part of your life. You must think of ways to graciously sidestep them if need be.
Oh my. Well, I have another engagement, so I'll excuse myself. Thank you for such a lovely time.
I know what I said. But still, what a conundrum.
What do you mean?
Say's predicament. Ever since her debut, there have been a considerable number of high-ranking nobles testing the waters.
Oh, you mean for a political marriage, don't you?
I've been giving non-committal responses for her, but I'm well aware that I won't be able to do so forever.
I can't imagine if it were me, so I think Say's feelings are most important in this situation.
It's true, you're right about that. However, marriages understand how she feels. Though, I imagine it's the same in your world. Romance is universal.
Similar, but different. I don't really understand marrying for your family's sake or because of your parents' standing. But of course, when I finally get married, I hope it's to the one I truly love. Oh, that came out all wrong. I'm not involved with anyone right now.
I can hardly imagine how splendid it would be to marry someone who shares those feelings of love.
What about the situation you're in? I mean, it's what you want?
I've never bothered to think about it like that. Long ago, I accepted what it means to be the But please, do not fret. I have chosen to walk this path myself, and that includes my obligations as a lady. Besides, building a loving relationship from nothing takes effort. That itself is a splendid thing.
Yes. It is. I want you to find true happiness, Liz.
Oh, Ira. I feel the same way. My wish for you, I hope you will find contentment and joy in your life.
Lord Hawk, esteemed Minister of Military Affairs.
The Third Order finished another subjugation, along with the Holy Saint. With this, all known miasma swamps have been fully eradicated. We are currently scouting regions that have yet to be inspected.
Most excellent to hear. Continue as you have.
Of course.
All right, that concludes our agenda for today's cabinet meeting. Will there be anything else?
I believe we're all quite ready to adjourn. We finished much earlier than I expected.
Unheard of. Finished before noon, I dare say. Would that all cabinet meetings went as smoothly. Well, I must admit, it's also thanks to the Holy Saint. Recently, I've been informed that the monster population continues to decline.
Yes, the end of this endeavor is finally in sight. So that means we must regard to Lady Say.
Good afternoon, Lord Hawk. Is the meeting over so soon?
Good afternoon to you, Marquis Ashley. Indeed, it adjourned without consequence. You have an audience with His Majesty, I presume?
Yes, I received a summons. I imagine it is in regard to the engagement of the Holy Saint. Was that particular issue not mentioned this morning?
It most certainly was.
What do you suppose your youngest brother will choose to do?
Whatever do you mean? Remain silent on the matter?
If that's the case, perhaps the Drevis or the Valdex will nominate a potential suitor.
We haven't any real control over the situation, for the final decision will lie solely with the Holy Saint, as you know.
How interesting. Well, I must be going now. My sincerest apologies for taking up your time.
I know you have an appointment to keep. My apologies for distracting you.
Personally, it wouldn't bother me if she did end up choosing young Commander Hawk. Marriage interview.
That is correct.
I was wondering what the reason could possibly be for gathering us here. I'll pass.
Me too. Me out. It's someone with whom you should be well acquainted. Lady Sei Takanashi. You both know her?
Of course we know Lady Sei. I was unaware there's been talk of arranging a marriage for her.
Indeed. It came up in this morning's cabinet meeting. The plan is still in its infancy. The royal palace merely mentioned it.
I see.
However, from my understanding, some families are already beginning to make their moves. In the interest of keeping them at bay, I was thinking of nominating a suitor from our family. As luck would have it, we have 2 eligible bachelors in the house, and both of you just so happen to know the bride-to-be. That said, there's still an issue. Only one of you would be permitted to do this. The other families will stop us from putting you both up.
I don't mind either way. I've had the chance to work with her on multiple occasions. She's quite well educated. And she conducts herself accordingly, too. She's an amazing woman. I wouldn't mind marrying someone like her. However, I'm well aware that she and Albert have become close. If it's between the two of us, he's the better prospect.
Just as I thought. Albert, I must ask, is this your preference?
Indeed. Undoubtedly.
According to what I've heard, Albert definitely has a significant advantage here. And yet, none of us can predict what will transpire. What do you think of Grand Magus Drevis? Some people have mentioned that he and the Saint...
Inconceivable. The man could exhaust even a Holy Saint's power just for the sake of it. He's an overbearing demon who has no regard for people. He cannot hold a conversation if it doesn't concern magic. And even if it does, he can't have simple discourse on spellcraft. His rapid-fire manner of speaking makes it near impossible to understand him.
You're also speaking rather quickly, brother.
Slow down. I understand you respect the Grand Magus very much, but keep your wits about you. I don't see how pouting will improve things. From your words, it's safe to assume that the Grand Magus's interest in the Holy Saint lies only in her magic.
That would seem to be an accurate assessment, at least from my observations of him.
And are you of the same mind, Albert?
I am, honestly. I agree.
I see. Still, we have no clue as to what the Drevis family is thinking.
Venturing out at this hour?
Yes. A subordinate of mine is still busy working at the facility.
A subordinate, eh? Do you mean the Holy Saint? You certainly seem to look after her.
In part. She holds a very special position, after all.
She does indeed. Quite so. And it's only going to grow to be even more special. There have been murmurings about finding someone to marry the Holy Saint.
They're talking about marriage?
Various families are all moving to nominate a worthy suitor of their own. Our most promising candidate happens to be you.
Oh, and what exactly are you planning to do to that end?
Naturally, we'll follow the standard protocol and submit your background information and portrait to the Royal Palace. Although in your case, a portrait may not even be completely necessary.
I refuse. You're not to nominate me as a suitor.
After everything he's done for you.
You know that's an entirely separate matter.
Not necessarily. Putting my mind at ease by finally agreeing to settle down is a great way to repay me. You're past the age where playing around is acceptable.
I can't really argue with you on that now, can I?
If that's so, then my suggestion would be for you to take the Holy Saint as your wife.
Do you want to cross the Hawk family?
That is not my aim.
Then please just give this up. I don't intend to get in the way of a friend's romance either.
So be it. I merely thought it was a good opportunity.
To the Medicinal Flora Institute, please. Me, Mary Lady Say. From the moment we first met, I felt like someone had just dropped an unruly child into my lap. It was one ridiculous thing after another. If you took your eyes off her for a second, something else would crop up. But then, before long, I couldn't get her off my mind. She's endearing. That's all there is to it.
I've never thought about marriage as anything more than an abstraction. Seems it's getting more concrete.
I thought I'd find you here.
Director.
Like the prospect of marriage.
Wait, how did you even know about that?
It's become quite a hot topic in the Royal Palace. People are contemplating the Holy Saint's future once her mission is complete.
So that's what all the fuss is over.
Honestly, you still don't want to settle down and get married.
It's not that I'm completely uninterested in it. It's just not something I've thought about much. I'm really satisfied with the way my life is right now. My work is very rewarding. I have time to enjoy my hobbies, and I'm surrounded by people I really like. I'm content. The thought of going through an engagement makes me nervous. I don't know how I'm supposed to feel about it.
It sounds as though you're happy with the way things are and don't wish them to change.
Yeah, I guess that's it. I'm really not sure, though.
Marry me, then.
Huh? Do you realize what you're saying, Johan?
I'm only kidding. We'll simply fake an engagement so you can keep on living as you are and not worry about suitors. And selfishly speaking, my family would finally stop giving me a hard time, too. Although I truly understand their concerns for my well-being, I thought I'd never escape this most recent nagging.
Oh. I consider that joke to be sexual harassment, and I may have to sue you now.
Where are my manners? I promise I'll try to stop teasing you. To think that a woman so obsessed with work and her personal research on medicinal plants is actually considering marriage. I have to admit I'm getting a little choked up by the idea.
Good grief, Director. Sometimes you sound like an overbearing father.
At least think of me as a protective older brother. Well, I feel super to your heart's content. But your feelings are what matter most here.
That means a lot. Thank you for being so kind.
One last thing. His feelings matter just as much as yours.
I'm sorry. Who do you mean?
I bring news. Quest for knights to be dispatched with haste.
Excellent work. You may be dismissed.
Yes, sir.
Your Majesty, what shall we do?
Huh.
House Hawk requesting aid from the palace is quite alarming. We now find ourselves on the precipice of Lady Say's final mission as Holy Saint during...
Thank you for coming all this way. Our region is remote, so the effort is appreciated, Holy Saint. My name is Helmut Hawk, and I'm head of the Hawk family.
And I am Lady Claudia Hawk.
It's such an honor. I am Sei Takanashi. I'm meeting his parents. It's even more nerve-wracking than I thought.
And Grand Magus Drevis, I am deeply embarrassed to have made you travel all this way to help us.
I insist you think nothing of it. I am duty-bound to protect the kingdom after all.
That is a great comfort. Tales of your gallantry in besting the monsters have even reached us here in the fringes of the kingdom. We are much obliged to you for coming. We consider your visit the highest honor.
Hair is all moms.
Lastly, Commander Hawk, your speedy march here is much appreciated as well.
Why, thank you, sir. High praise coming from you, Margrave Hawk.
Why so formal?
Welcome home, my dear boy.
Thanks, Father. Apologies for the fuss. My mother has a penchant for entertaining. She relishes having house guests.
As you must depart in the morning, sadly, please allow us to spoil your tonight with our most extravagant hospitality.
This is wonderful. Delicious! This is so tasty I could cry. I can't stop eating. The Hawk region is awesome!
Is the food to your liking, Lady Say?
Oh, very much so. You use lots of cheese and I am not complaining.
Yes, our region is famous throughout the kingdom for cheese production.
And the wine is spectacular. Rich yet so mellow.
Another product of our region.
We would be honored for our guests from the Royal Palace to take in the sights of our fair region at their leisure.
Yes, we'd love that, time permitting.
The lake in the north is famous for its picturesque beauty, and there's even a hot spring in the vicinity. I take it you're interested in the hot springs, then?
I am. We have many where I come from, but I never had the time to go. I always wanted to, though, I must admit.
Really? Is that the truth? Then I'm delighted that you mentioned it. We own a villa in town near the spring. You simply must stay there. It is most convenient.
Are you sure you don't mind?
I insist.
Well, this is perfect. After the subjugation, we'll have to stay a few days there. We'll need the rest, and I'd love the opportunity to show you around.
Thank you. I'd appreciate that. I'm so beat. The food was amazing, and it was a wonderful dinner thanks to the commander and the Grand Magus. But, I figured it would be draining because of the nerves, but the reality is something else. I need a potion to recover.
Say.
Commander, hi.
I went to escort you to your room, but found you had already disappeared. I got worried.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just tired is all.
Yes, it was a long and arduous journey. I was rather impressed you decided to attend the dinner. Thank you.
There's no need. It was a wonderful time, and the food was phenomenal. It cheered me up.
I'm glad. Well, we're departing quite early tomorrow. Have a restful evening.
Thanks, same to you.
Thank you.
You said a mine?
Yes. The miners working there have reported seeing monsters, though no one's been harmed, thankfully. As they tell me, sightings have been increasing daily. I can't help but worry.
So the miasma swamp must be nearby.
Yes, I think it's safe to assume so. Margrave, sir. We'll depart first thing in the morning and head directly to the mine.
Actually, it's advisable to head there first. You've become quite reliable, Al.
This place gives me a strange feeling.
Yes, where do you think all the miners are?
Could everyone just be out working?
No. Apparently because of the monster problem, the mine has been sealed off.
Well, that doesn't bode well.
Certainly sounds like something is happening.
Getting that excited about a scream? Red flag.
Round there!
Are you injured, sir?
No, ma'am, I'm fine. Wait a sec, who might you lot be?
The Royal Subjugation Unit. We're here to help.
Wow, they've come to our rescue!
We're forever in your debt, Sir Knights.
Make sure you set them up.
I'd heard monsters had been appearing near the mine lately. But now they've started attacking the settlement in the foothills too?
Honestly, the attack this time was not too distressing. However, the situation in the mine is out of control. While these things have been known to appear from time to time, the Margrave and his soldiers were always able to clear them out of the area for us. But unfortunately, the number of creatures grows by the day and it's become completely unmanageable.
So you're asking us for our assistance?
The trouble is, now monsters have started to appear that we've never even seen before.
Monsters you've never seen before?
More or less. All those we've seen until now were, well, alive. But these, you see, they are without a doubt not alive.
They're undead.
Huh? Like some?
Something has been put on hold. I must advise that everyone evacuate the area out of an abundance of caution. Although if you're here, we can't go all out.
I think I heard him mumble something.
Obviously, evacuation would be ideal. The problem is we have heavily injured people here. It'd be quite difficult to move them.
Leave them to me. I'll gladly take care of those that are incapacitated.
We will tend to the injured, shore up the defenses of the settlement, and secure a safe evacuation route.
You would do all of that just to help us. You have my utmost gratitude.
All right, we'll move out first thing in the morning.
I understand. Unfortunately, the path to the mine is still in shambles from our recent fights with the monsters. However, we found a small path that we were able to use when we had to evacuate our people. Of course, it's unmaintained, but please allow us to have someone show you to its location.
Thank you.
Expected.
Huh?
Lady Say, thank you for all your hard work. Lady Say, what an honor.
There are even more? So what's all the fuss about?
They simply want to pay you back, Lady Say.
He's right. It's the real reason these missions for subjugation and rescue always seem to attract so many volunteer knights.
Well, I suppose I understand how they feel.
Plus, they say this subjugation expedition shouldn't take long.
You have provided aid to everyone here at one time or another. This is a great opportunity to pay you back.
They want the chance to help you while they still can.
Wait, does that mean all of these expeditions are almost over?
Well, now, we don't know for sure, but I thought so.
It feels like I'm dreaming or something.
From what I understand, all the regions except this one have seen a significant decrease in monsters.
And we have Lady Say to thank for that.
Yes, without a doubt. It's because she traveled all over the kingdom to purify it of miasma swamps.
Perhaps I should have said this sooner, but Say, thank you for everything.
I'm glad the reinforcements came in time. Now we can let them take control of the defense and evacuation. We'll lead our current team to the mine and prepare for a fight.
As we should. It's practically a certainty that there's a miasma swamp located in the area. What's wrong?
Oh, nothing. Don't mind me.
But you look distressed.
Is this the last one?
Would it be a problem if it were?
Of course not. I didn't mean it like that. I don't know, maybe I'm just confused. It doesn't feel like this is the end to me. I've never really thought about things deeply until now. Well, that's not exactly true. But I only provided the help that I did because the kingdom wanted me to, and in hopes that I'd put the people here at ease and possibly do some good, so now I don't know what to think. I suppose I never really imagined a beginning, or an ending for any of it. It's actually a bit surprising, because I know it's our goal, but does this mean we succeeded?
It's our first time dealing with the growing miasma and the Holy Saint. Since this is uncharted territory, we can't be sure ourselves. While traveling with you on so many of these expeditions, His Majesty and I have reached a conclusion about the miasma swamp in the Hawk region. In all likelihood, it is the last one remaining. Let me explain. Our research has shown that most monsters are spawned from these miasma swamps. And we've also observed these swamps only have a limited range of effect. Once these are purified by the Holy Saint, all of the monsters affected by them are completely eradicated. We have not seen any monsters after a purification other than the ones that originally inhabited the area. Let's evaluate this according to the regions of our kingdom. If we mark each miasma swamp that we found and purified, and if we calculate each of their respective areas of effect, the truth of the matter quickly comes to light. There's only one area left, and it's the Hawk.
Can't handle them.
Our first course of action will be to locate the swamp that is increasing the monsters in the area, and purify it. What happens after? We'll have to wait until the time comes to find that out.
The end, huh?
Lady Say, we wish you success. Leave everything here to us. We promise we'll take care of it all.
I appreciate the kindness very much.
Lady Say, we must be going.
Oh, yes, of course. Okay, everyone. I'll see you back at the Royal Palace.
Hello. I'll be guiding all of you to the mine, but I must ask you to stay close, as the path can be tricky.
Thank you. We'll let you take the lead.
Wait. What's wrong?
Something is approaching.
Let's go! Get in position!
Yes, sir!
The ones from yesterday!
Ground spear!
What?
Impossible! How's that happening? Why haven't they died yet?
They're already dead! The undead. How unsettling. I don't know what to make of them either.
That's incredible! It's a bit too early to let your guard down.
Where'd those come from?
That howl was so loud.
It's rallying allies.
Well, Lord Travis, can you fight?
I don't believe I have much of a choice. Now, do I?
Good point. Let's go!
That thing is gigantic. It looks more dangerous than a salamander. I've never seen anything like it. What are we going to do now?
Looks like there's only one option. Follow the beast and investigate.
What was that thing? Some sort of boar-like monster? Do you think it was created by the miasma swamp in the mine?
I can't answer that for you. But I do know this domain well enough to confidently say there weren't that many monsters in this area before the miasma spread.
Something else feels off. Did you not find it unsettling just how massive it was?
Well, for a monster of that size to appear, it certainly piques my curiosity. There must be something very different about this miasma swamp.
It'll be just fine, Commander.
You can be at ease, knowing if anything happens out there, we'll use ourselves as shields to protect her.
As long as Say is safe, she can always remedy things for us. Right, men?
Yeah!
I will be your shield as well, of course.
Count me in too. I've been working on a new spell that I'm dying to try out. I'm actually quite thrilled to know that we'll have such a large target. Now, we should pick up the pace.
Forward!
It's right ahead. Follow this path and it'll lead you directly to the entrance of the mine.
Understood. Thank you.
It's very dangerous, so do be careful, please.
Are you all right?
I heard something weird.
It's just bats. They've roosted in here. Looks as though the mine has fallen into disrepair. Do be mindful of your surroundings.
I'll do my best. What an awful stench. Can they not smell it?
It seems we finally found the undead.
Be ready to fall back if things get rough.
It's time.
Bear in mind these horrible creatures have already perished once. Keep your guard up even after you think they're finished.
Yes, sir!
They don't seem nearly as formidable as we feared they might be.
I'm sorry, but... Why does it reek so bad?
Ah, well, they are rotting after all.
It's making me gag, though.
I'm afraid complaining won't change things.
Do you think it's going to smell this disgusting the whole way?
There isn't much ventilation down here, seeing as how we are underground. I wouldn't expect it to get better. If anything, it's likely to get even worse as we approach the swamp.
Oh, only if you insist.
Of course.
How kind. Thank you, Commander.
Great. Let's get a move on, shall we?
There seems to be more of the undead here.
We should keep pressing on. The swamp must be closer than we thought.
I don't know how much longer we can withstand this, though.
But we've already made it this deep into the mine. If we decided to retreat now, it could prove difficult to recover from the setback.
Agreed.
Excuse me.
Yes? What is it?
Asked Area Heal on their behalf.
Lady Say.
Just hear me out. I know I'm supposed to conserve my magic to purify the swamp. I get that. But trust me, I won't fail. I've worked very hard every day to improve. My magic has increased, and I should be able to use my holy power twice in one day by now.
I sure sound pretty confident for someone who's never actually done it before.
I feel terrible that you've all had to protect me this entire way, so at least give me the dignity to help when I can.
You've made a good argument, Holy Saint. Now then, please do cast the spell.
All right. Area Heal.
Say to the swamp's edge. But it'd be nigh impossible to protect her against such numbers. If I may, I'd like to try performing a little experiment of my own now.
What do you hope to prove?
Well, see if I could purify the miasma swamp using my own magic. I might not be able to purge it, but I am rather curious to see if I couldn't still affect it
Without you, this is a bad time for trial and error.
To me, it seems worth the risk. If these swamps can be purified by more than one person, there'll be no further need for Say to endanger herself over them. Ultimately, this is all about keeping her safe. I believe my opening attack will be enough.
Fine then. But only the opening attack.
Thank you kindly. Now's the time. Ready yourselves. Holy arrow! You ready to run?
No, wait!
Lady Say, do it now!
Right.
I'm impressed, as usual.
So that's what the Holy Saint can do, huh?
What incredible power she wields. And that was after she used a huge area. Created a spell that could purge a miasma swamp, but I missed the mark. It was over in the blink of an eye.
He's something else. It sounds like he wishes he had another go at it.
Believe me, I'm not looking for any new swamps to appear, of course. You can rest assured.
I'm not buying it.
Do watch your step, please.
Thank you. I'll be extra careful. Huh?
Say! Oh! Say!
That hurts. Light. What should I do now? Guess I just have to see how far I can get. Oh, but first, I must admit, my potions are the best. Never felt better. Let's go.
Apologies. Thank you.
If my actions were out of line, sir, forgive me.
It's fine. Your decision proved to be sound.
What I find most peculiar is when Lady Say has purged the swamp, all the monsters within a fixed radius have always been eradicated. Yet, the undead are still coming after us. Tell me, undead creatures are not typically spotted in this area, are they, Commander Hawk?
They aren't.
If this monster shouldn't even be here, what if there's something else that we're missing?
Another swamp?
I can't be certain of anything yet. As of right now, our utmost priority is to locate Lady Say. While her holy powers are formidable, Lady Say herself is incapable of fighting monsters in hand-to-hand combat.
I'm aware.
We should hurry. It's imperative we find a way down there.
All right, let's go and rescue Lady Say.
A real amateur move to wander too far from where I fell originally. Everyone's probably looking for me at this point anyway. own. I'm already hungry, too.
It seems this is as far down as it goes.
We haven't seen anything to suggest she's been here.
Lady Save! Where are you? Save! We're here to help!
What gives you pause?
A breeze.
What's that? I can feel a breeze. From right there. Maybe it leads to an exit.
Say! Where are you? Please say! Say!
It's really you!
Say!
You found me!
You're safe.
I'm so relieved to see you.
Thank goodness. I couldn't bear it if something happened to you.
Commander, there you are.
It's not what it looks like.
You seem to be in one piece. I'm quite relieved to see that much.
Thanks. I'm terribly sorry for worrying everyone.
Now then, do you have any idea what... dragon. This is the main miasma swamp. That's why all those monsters kept appearing. And so, we need to purify it right away.
Grand Magus.
It'd be wise to get you in closer, so you can attack it before it notices us.
What is it doing? It knows we're here. Ice wall! Fire lamp! Holy arrow! Did it work? Now are you ready? Prepare the spell!
Of course, right. Lord Travis!
Hurry! Unleash it now! Use your purification spell!
It'll be fine. Stay calm.
That's right. We'll protect you no matter what.
don't know about this. I feel bad sitting around doing nothing.
Occupying yourself with one last survey of the plants in the area? Your dedication to your work is admirable.
Well, I am a researcher at the Medicinal Flora Research Institute, as you know. Please forgive me.
I don't mind. I consider it my duty to protect you, so please fret not.
Right. I still feel awful. Your duties don't include
Apologies. It's not what I meant. It is not strictly about duty. Honestly, I just want to be by your side.
Oh, I see then.
I assume it's a rare flower?
Not exactly. It just doesn't usually bloom like this until it's warmer.
Huh. What a divine scent.
I know. Calming and sweet. It's supposed to help relax the senses. In the language of flowers, it...
What's wrong?
Oh, nothing. Perfume. Yes, it makes a wonderful perfume.
Does it now? That sounds nice. The aroma is rather calming.
He wants to be by my side? But what is it that I want? Well, I guess really, deep down, I would like to get a teeny tiny bit. Be at all interested in getting some lilac perfume as a present?
That would be lovely.
Commander! I'm here with a report, sir. We've completed the designated monitoring period. During that time, there have been no new monster sightings.
I see. Excellent work. And we shall prepare to withdraw. You can pass the order down to all units.
Understood. We're relieved to see you safe.
We're grateful to be here.
Please.
You must be exhausted after all that travel. We have already prepared your chambers, so do get some rest. For a simple banquet to be held this evening. I do hope you will look forward to it.
Do you mean our customary banquet, Mother?
Yes, that's right.
A banquet, huh?
Whenever the soldiers return from an expedition, we host a banquet. It's an open party meant to thank our troops, so everyone can attend, regardless of social status.
Really now? Doubtful.
What's wrong?
Well, in my view, status is never completely disregarded at this sort of event.
I understand, but this is more a casual party than a formal dinner.
Furthermore, the food we serve will be rather simple, like wild game hunted on our lands and some of the local cheese dishes for which we're famous.
Please say that includes cheese fondue or raclette? I cannot wait! This really does have a casual vibe.
The food pairs perfectly with the wine.
It really does!
I'm glad you're enjoying the food so much.
I recommend you try these. They're dried sausages that are processed locally.
How could I not?
Does it please your palate?
Yes! They're really flavorful.
We'll be staying here for a while longer, so I'll ask them to serve it again.
That would be great.
You should know, these sausages can be bought at a food stall that's in the local market. I suggest going and seeing it if you're interested.
If you'd like to do that, say the word.
It'd be okay?
Everyone is off tomorrow. We certainly can't let you go there on your own, but you can if I go with you.
Did he say what I think he did? I think the commander just offered to go shopping on your day off. Seeing as how you are the commander, could you take off a different day?
Not a problem. Wait. Not true.
You can't, huh?
The truth is, I want to go with you, Say. May I?
I wouldn't say no. There are so many stalls.
It is the most popular market in the area. I think the sausage vendor is down that way. There is much for...
Young lady, I'm surprised that you recognize them. Huh. These cabbages are known to only grow here on the border.
Oh, right. I tried them a long time ago.
They're sturdy enough to keep their shape. They're good in stews, also.
We'd actually have stuffed cabbage rolls when I was home every winter. You've made them before as well?
No, I've never tried to make them. Though I think I could figure it out if I wanted.
Oh, I see.
Wait.
What's wrong?
I'm really craving those rolls. And since he is selling the right cabbage for the recipe, do you know of a kitchen I could borrow so that I could cook some for us? Thank you very much.
Oh, no. I thank you. I fancy having some, too.
Yep, that made him light up. I had a feeling that's what he was hinting at. Why are you laughing?
Well, it's been quite a while since I've gotten to try a new recipe of yours. Or at least before you...
Oh, you're right.
Ever since, when you make a new dish, I always hear about it from Johan first. The Japanese cuisine you made last time was fascinating, but he
Look at him. He's adorable. Yum.
Oh.
Good day. Oh, you're the young master of the Margraves family, aren't you? Thank you so much for coming in. Huh? Oh. I see you've finally chosen a bride. Congratulations, my lord.
Bride? Congratulations? Wait, does she think...
No, she's my associate from the capital.
Oh. Oh, my word. Look, I am so sorry, young lady.
It's nothing. Please don't fret over it.
How very kind of you both. Well then, what are you here looking for today?
I heard that you sell the finest dried sausages in the market.
Ah, it's true.
Oh, so you made these stuffed cabbages, Lady Takanashi?
Yes. I realize that it's a traditional dish, so I doubt they're much different from what you're used to.
They smell a little sweeter than the ones I've had.
Yes, though the smell is familiar to me.
That makes
choice. They say bay leaves can help treat joint pain.
True. It's a medicinal plant that's also known to aid digestion and nutrient absorption.
If it indeed promotes digestion, then perhaps we can eat even more than usual.
I wouldn't say that. It's no excuse to overeat.
Oh my, you two.
I hope they can't tell I'm blushing.
I've been meaning to ask, Lady Takanashi, you'll be staying here a little while longer, yes?
Indeed, I believe so.
Well then, in that case, perhaps you would like to visit our villa quite a ways from here. But it's right near a lake, so it has the loveliest views. It's the one I told you about with the hot spring. I heard you face many difficulties in the mine, Sei. If you can carve out the time, you should try soaking in the hot spring to relax and recover from your trials.
Thank you, you're too kind.
Are you all right?
Yes, I'm perfectly fine. Everything's just feeling a little stiff right now.
Oh, no. I requested for the driver to slow down, but the carriage was still rocking a lot.
I'm not used to sitting so close to you.
It'll be a while before we get there. Let's take a rest here.
Huh? Oh, of course.
Eat up, girl.
Aw, look at that horse.
Huh?
It seems like everyone at the palace knows how to ride on horseback.
Most people do. I'd say almost everyone who aspires to work there learns horsemanship.
Does that mean that not just the director, but even Jude and Ira know how to ride? Wait, Jude can ride a horse? Jude can? Seriously? Am I the only? I was just thinking maybe I should take some horseback riding lessons as well, since I work at the palace too.
It would be quite convenient if you knew how to ride, but I doubt many occasions would call for you to do so.
Well, it might be convenient to ride back and forth between the palace and the research institute.
I see, but if you did that, then I'd have fewer opportunities to escort you back home myself.
Oh, right. He's teasing me. Besides, I was also thinking I'm practically in the military myself, you know? So doesn't that seem like another reason I should learn to ride?
Ordinary soldiers must learn to ride, but
the Holy Saint is an exception.
What's more, you won't be taking part in subjugations as often from this point forward.
Huh? We purified all the miasma swamps. Monsters are on the decline now. That probably means I'll have even fewer chances to see the commander.
Although, I must admit the thought of being able to go on a long ride together does sound rather nice.
We'd ride together?
Yes, indeed. The capital's blessed with many scenic trails.
I'd love that.
It's decided then. I shall teach you to ride a horse, that is, when you have the time.
You'll teach me yourself?
As long as you don't mind.
Of course I don't. I can't wait. Thank you so much, Albert. It all ended so quickly. Without purifications and subjugations, what's left for me to do?
Well, your engagement!
Oh yeah, there's that. Social calls. Good old high society. Yay, I'll be invited to tea parties and such, with no excuse to bow out. But honestly, the idea of getting engaged and then married doesn't feel real to me. Like it's happening to someone else. I'm having the time of my life. I want to enjoy this fluttery feeling for as long as I can. I came here to relax.
That's right! I'll continue researching medicinal herbs as usual, but I'd like to spend more time on my hobbies. I want to have tea parties with Liz and Ira, too.
And when he has free time, I'll have Commander Hawk teach me how to ride a horse. We'll go on long rides together after I learn. By then, it might be warm enough for me to pack us a picnic lunch. I'll make big sandwiches stuffed with herb-seasoned chicken. I wonder if that would make Albert's heart melt the way the cabbage rolls did. We'll want to do more than just go on a picnic. What else should we do? Wait a sec.
What in the world is wrong with me? This is bad. How do I make it stop?
Oh, I can't. I've fallen in love.
Alo.
Nghe bạn. Gì?
Alo nghe không?
Nghe.
Alo. Rồi. Rồi.
Đi.
Shadows traveling.
Ketamine.
Cover going out.
Mình phải thôi. Cầm có luôn. Trời ơi cái lụng mẹ nó vậy. Mới gì đứt cái đầu. Đi cái inside.
Spike planted.
Má sao lên bạch kim rồi sao có nhiều thằng nó đéo đặt cái tâm được luôn thôi. Chó bên lùn.
55%.
One enemy remaining.
Louis Vuitton in field.
Kobe.
Last player standing.
Má này nó dở bên lùn.
Anti-boo.
Sao có mấy thằng lên bạch kim nữa đặt cái tâm kỳ nữa. Đến cách đặt check, can you get your syrup? Check.
Need a drop.
Cover going out.
Ahead.
Multiple enemies A.
Shadows traveling.
Spike planted.
Reloading.
Hold on.
Careful now.
Last player standing.
Anti-boo.
I'll outshine all their ladies.
Mickling.
Shadows not ready.
Hey. Check out how DB. Careful. There go B.
Cover going out.
Spike planted.
Reloading.
Sát trái.
Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
tháng bên nhau ta đã xa nhau mất rồi, em đang ở nơi xa xôi nhớ em nước mắt anh rơi, chẳng còn hạnh phúc ấm êm ngày tháng bên nhau êm, còn lại là những niềm đau cứ mãi theo anh về sau. Thật đớn đau lòng khi em yêu người mới, người cho em hạnh phúc tuyệt vời.
Last player standing.
Một hàng nó suy hay gì.
Đi.
Track them down.
Shadows traveling.
My ult is ready. Reloading.
Spike planted.
Ra đi bạn ơi, nó.
Last player standing.
You got
Chết đúng ngu.
The MVP is mine. Let's do this.
Get out of my way! You should run.
Cover going out.
Camera taken out.
Right here.
Spike planted.
Scanning ahead.
Standing sight.
One enemy remaining.
Reloading.
Here.
Cheers. We good. They aren't impervious. We can do this.
Coi. Đi qua A đi coi. Chết Gobi. Coi ở đây nè. Có gì ở đây đi. Ở đây đi. Có gì tôi blind nó xong rồi khi mà vô sai rồi mình bạn mình bắn flash thì tôi lên blind nó. Dính 2 bao luôn. Qua đây dính ấy thì vẫn dính tôi. Coi chừng chết nó anh chơi trên này nha.
Shadows traveling.
Mất rồi.
Cover going out.
Scanning ahead.
Careful now.
Vô quá, vô.
Blinding. Cover going out.
Phoenix, why you flood me?
Spike
So then it's finally over.
Yes, according to the reports from the Knights, I believe it's safe to say the miasma crisis has been resolved, and the monster population has now returned to normal.
It seemed as though we'd never reached this point.
Honestly, all thanks to Lady Say.
Thus, the duties of the Holy Saint have been concluded for now.
From making panaceas, researching medicinal plants, and creating new recipes, she is most useful in a variety of ways.
When the saint summoning ritual was carried out, our priority was purifying the miasma swamps. Forcing any duties upon her beyond that would be unjust.
Perhaps so, but it seems that she herself desires something purpose-driven, a task more along the lines of a mission.
Huh? Tell me, do you remember, long ago, when we went out on a little boat to go fishing?
A little boat, huh? Wasn't that back when you were just a prince?
We talked about your future, all your big plans for retirement, like spending your days out fishing.
Yes, I remember.
Then, let's say the two of us finally decide to retire from this life tomorrow. Might you consider going fishing with me once again?
Well, to be completely honest, I would jump at the chance and bring in twice your haul.
That's so. Well, I'd pull one in bigger than anything you could catch.
Oh, really now? Haven't you expressed that same sentiment before? Oh, old friend, remind me how that turned out for you.
How dare you say such a thing to the king? Now you're asking for it.
It's rather hard to believe I was once a young man dreaming of such a future. Feels as though all those boyhood dreams grow more distant as the years pass. And now, it all seems so unrealistic.
If you ask me, the both of us have been too caught up in our own so-called mission.
Of course, as a good king should be.
True, however, Lady Say's life continues after this. Once she has achieved complete freedom, will it even be possible for her to grasp onto the things she truly loves most?
So sleepy.
Pardon. Megashawk has some requests for you, of your approvals, and he asked me to deliver these documents for you to sign.
I'm far too busy right now, so I'd rather just go through them later.
Huh?
I doubt it's too important. Earhart has a sad tendency to exaggerate.
But, sir?
I'm sure that he's the only one who understands them anyway.
Oh, well... speaking of...
Yes, speaking of...
Oh! Could it be that you came to help? The paperwork is really starting to pile up.
Please don't pout. I'm merely here to make certain that you're busy working.
As you can see, I am. I've even been sacrificing sleep to research magic.
I was referring to the aforementioned paperwork.
Ah, that thing. You taught me how to make those, you remember? I can't get them to fly very well.
No, not that. It looks like it's made out of something important.
I'm quite busy right now, so it'll have to wait.
Huh?
An invitation to a play.
It looks fancy.
A gift, I assume. It's to a play I don't particularly care about. Honestly, I'd much rather be getting ahead on my work.
Yes, well, that's only because your research might as well be your hobby.
I've never seen such an invitation. It's breathtakingly gorgeous and so elegant.
Is it now? Were there no theaters in your homeland?
No, there were. We actually had plenty. It's just about them in general.
I see. This was likely only sent to patrons.
And what does that mean?
It's a special seat reserved for House Trevis to show gratitude to them for their contributions.
A special seat? You nobles are truly amazing.
It's useless to Yuri, who cares nothing for the mundane world. Would you get to work?
Grand Magus?
Now hold on a moment, Ira. Did you just say that your world has plays too?
I did.
Well, I better hurry up and get back to it then.
Why do I think this is going to turn into a disaster?
I appreciate your help as always.
Lady Say, Have you ever had the chance to attend a play before?
Like one in a real theater? On a stage?
Indeed, one that incorporates a bit of dancing and singing as well.
I went to a stage performance once back in my old world.
I'm glad to hear it. May I ask, would you like to go to one with me?
I beg your pardon?
Well, a few days ago I received 2 tickets for a play they're putting on in the royal capital. They were actually sent to my family. Typically, the head of the house would attend accompanied by his wife. But unfortunately...
You're the only one who's able to attend?
That does seem to be the case. Either way, the tickets have fallen into my lap, and it occurred to me that you might wish to go. So I thought I'd ask you to accompany me.
Just what exactly do you mean by that?
My meaning's quite simple. Your world has no magic in it.
Yes, I suppose that's true.
Since our world does, I'd like you to tell me if the presence or absence of magic affects theater production. After all, just imagine the possibility.
Of course, this is about magic. Typical.
Also, if I ask anyone else, I'm afraid I'll land myself in a bit of a conundrum.
What are you worried about in particular?
I simply don't know what kinds of things one ought to talk about with women.
You're so capable when it comes to your magic, though.
It'd be rather difficult for me to focus on it, and I'd hate to make my date feel awkward. I'd truly love to go with you. Please, Lady Say.
I have to admit that the Grand Magus has always taken care of me. And it's true that I'm intrigued by what theater is like in this world.
It means so much to me. Let me write the details down for you.
Oh, wait, so it's an evening event then?
Come to think of it, Jude wanted to go out to eat together sometime soon. I hear he found an excellent restaurant.
That sounds like fun.
Should be. Why don't we go on your next day off?
Oh, Director, I'm sorry, but I'll be busy that day.
You already have plans?
I do. I'm going to the theater. Oh my goodness, I really need to figure out what to wear. Is there a certain dress code you're supposed to follow when you go to a play?
It depends on which theater you're planning on going to. I assume that you'll be going with Lady Ashley?
Oh no, with Lord Drevis.
And when did you promise him that?
During my last lesson I couldn't go, so he had an extra ticket.
Oh.
Really, what did I do wrong now?
Allow me to explain. There are theaters meant for commoners and ones reserved for nobles. If you are indeed attending with Lord Drevis, it must be the latter.
You don't say.
You will need to go in a formal dress. You should ask the maids in the palace for their advice on that.
Does that mean the whole big deal?
Though it's an evening play, you'll have to begin your preparations quite early in the morning.
Of course I will. I suspected as much.
Ah, well, just try to keep your chin up.
I'll certainly try.
So Yuri Drevis, huh? No, the Marquis behind this.
There you are, Lady Say. Good evening.
Good evening to you too.
I must say, you look absolutely ravishing tonight.
Why are you acting like that all of a sudden?
Ooh, did I offend you somehow?
It's not about whether I'm offended or not. I just don't understand what's gotten into you.
My family taught me that such talk is basic courtesy. I am escorting you tonight after all.
His family, huh? He's acting like a totally different person. Just forget it. Let's go. Hey, did we just pass the entrance to the theater we're going to?
Yes, but we patrons use a different private doorway. Supporting the arts comes with certain privileges.
Oh, I guess so. Calm down. This is the Grand Magus. All he cares about is magic.
Something the matter?
Oh, sorry. I'm just a...
So, this is new for me too.
That makes me feel better. I have a question for you.
Do the chandeliers here have magic cast on them?
Yes, indeed they do.
How novel. Even in the royal palace, I only see candles on the chandeliers.
And what about back in your world? I imagine they typically use candles for lighting, yes?
A long time ago, they were our main light source. The theaters even used to employ people specifically to light them and put them out.
I assume things are quite different now.
They certainly are. They're so much more convenient these days. We can change lights into an array of colors and adjust their brightness with the touch of a button.
Very intriguing. It would be incredible to be able to do such things with magic.
Can you not already do that?
Just amazing!
I'm so sorry! I was always taught to stay completely silent while at the theater.
Please, think nothing of it. I never considered it a spell that could do anything more than just turn lights on and off. Once again, your creativity and brilliance have inspired me to think outside the box.
That's quite a flattering statement, so thank you for saying so.
I forget not to get stuck in my ways, both in my research and other things.
It's the same for me.
We need to actually touch what we love and not just theorize about it. I believe that's the surest way for us to come to know ourselves better.
I see. You really think so?
I do, and in that regard, I wonder if that golden radiance will ever dare to shine a clear path through the darkness of my heart. It looks like the play is about to start.
Oh, you're right.
Is that the young Lord Trevis, the lady over there?
Comfortable, don't they? Very.
They're a good match.
So true. They're perfect for each other. Grand Vegas must be smitten.
Good afternoon, Lady Ashley. I do hope you're well. Good afternoon.
I'm sure you've already heard the exciting news. The whole capital is just buzzing with excitement.
What exactly are you on about?
The Holy Saints found love. I can hardly believe it. She's destined to be engaged soon. And the lucky fellow is the mysterious Grand Magus of the Royal Magi Assembly, too.
Where did you hear such a thing? Are you sure this isn't just
The servant saw it with their own two eyes, so I know it has to be more than just a silly rumor. I heard they were flirting with each other so much that it made people too uncomfortable to even watch.
So that means none of you ladies witnessed this romantic rendezvous with your own eyes?
Well, I wasn't at the theater that night. Nor I, but I know someone who saw them. We all do.
I understand. Lady Say must have her own thoughts on the matter, though, yes? Why don't we keep this to ourselves and watch over her like real friends?
Yes, of course. I don't know what I was thinking. You're absolutely right, Lady Ashley. I am so happy you reminded everyone. I was just about to say the same thing. I can't express how sorry I am.
I don't know why you feel you must apologize.
It's like I'm right back at the academy again.
The academy?
But we view men and women doing things together way differently than you do here. Sorry, to have caused you grief.
And yet that's the very reason. We're now such close friends.
Liz, you're too kind.
If I know Say, I'm certain she's beside herself with worry.
Well, this is a bit different from my story. The rumors will probably stop pretty quickly.
I assume they will, as long as they weren't purposely spread for some reason. It would greatly benefit the Drevis family if people thought she was close to one of them. Many families think that way. I wish I could protect her.
Me too.
Did you call for me, sir? I did. I need you to deliver some documents. This one to the first order. This one goes to the second. And then this one is to the third. No, wait. I should hand-deliver this one.
What brings you here today, Johann?
It seems there's a rumor spreading, and rather quickly.
A rumor?
That's right. About Say and Lord Drevis. Do you care to know?
Honestly, no.
Come now, friend. I'm here because I care about you both. I asked Say directly about it, and she assured me the rumors are false. She agreed that they talked through the play, but only because of their shared interest in light spells. However, it sounds as though there was nary a spark of love between the two of them.
I imagine parties well. I can guess what all transpired.
Interesting. So you weren't really bothered after all?
I wouldn't go that far.
What's wrong?
It's just, I'm surprised Sei went to the theater.
Ah, I see. I found it surprising too. She doesn't strike me as the type who'd enjoy something so stuffy.
If I had known she was interested, I would have asked her.
It's starting to sound like you're just upset you didn't invite her to a play first.
What if I am?
In any case, I'm sure the Marquis has something to do with this whole mess.
That's my suspicion as well.
He's probably attempting to advertise their relationship. He wants the public to push for the two of them to get engaged. He'll gain more power that way, so it makes perfect sense. It's something he'd consider at the very least. Now then, I'm quite possibly meddling when I shouldn't, but now might be the time for you to make your move.
For the sake of the Hawk family?
No. I'm talking about your own happiness.
What do you mean by that?
I get that you were being respectful, letting her go at her own pace. But now, this kind of moment calls for action. You should take hold of what you love while you can. Isn't that what it means to live fully?
I wonder if it was because the situation was so fantastical it felt like a fever dream. Even after I awoke, my mind was consumed with chasing that image of her.
Commander! You're finally awake. You healed so quickly, too.
Thank goodness.
I wasn't sure
I'm sorry. My mind is still hazy.
Right, well, someone from the Institute saved you with a potion.
A potion?
It's true. I thought it was a miracle.
We even watched your wounds close as soon as...
It wasn't healing magic, but instead a regular potion that saved me.
No, more than a savior. She was like a goddess.
Once I couldn't contain myself, I only had one thing on my mind. All right, tell me all about the woman who administered that potion to me.
You mean Sei?
I believe so.
What else do you need? She's a researcher here.
Yes, I know that. But how does she carry herself? What does she look like?
What does she look like and how does she... Well, she's very compassionate and charitable. You know, she used her own lips when you were unconscious and she had to give you that potion.
Johan... It's just, I'd like to express my gratitude.
Oh, the Third Order thanked her, so there's no...
I thank her myself.
Oh.
And then, when I met her properly...
Can you believe it? It was actually the truth. There she is. Come on in.
Pardon me.
Her how very special she is. How can I light up her heart the way she does mine? If I can't get through to her, I'll be crushed.
So tell me, Sei, is there something that you've neglected to mention that you'd like to discuss?
I have no clue what you mean.
Truly now, so you haven't the slightest idea? Or perhaps it's simply the sort of matter that you can't tell me?
Liz, I don't know what you're insinuating.
Very well, then I suppose I see how it is. I shall ask you plainly, what is your relationship with Grand Magus Drevis?
The Grand Magus? I guess we're teacher and student. He is my magic instructor after all.
He's not more than that?
Really? I'm telling the truth.
Have you not heard the rumors that everyone in the palace is spreading about the two of you then?
No, I haven't.
What?
Word is the two of you went to a play, and you were both seen acting rather affectionately with one another in a private theater box.
No. It was nothing like that, I swear.
Would you please have a seat?
Oh, right.
So, then it's not just hearsay that you attended the theater with Lord Drevis, I presume?
It's not. He told me he had tickets that no one else in his family could make use of.
That is the standard pretense for a date such as that.
I know, but this is Lord Drevis. He is only interested in magic. I can hardly believe there's even been such talk.
I suppose that's fair. I can understand where you're coming from. However, you were careless. You have brought this upon yourself. How foolish must you be to actually agree to attend the theater alone with a man? You were practically begging people to spread rumors. Sad uncomfortable for him.
What?
Fair warning, he may decide he should step down to honor your feelings. Who'd be in the tough spot then?
Why would you say something like that to me? We don't have that kind of relationship. I promise.
You really are telling me the truth? There's no denying that noble life is riddled with many archaic restrictions. It's almost never the fairy tale it seems like it should be. However, and I mean this, that's the very reason your pure feelings shine so brightly in my eyes. I wish for you to treasure those feelings of yours, and to understand how special they are. To live a fulfilling, joyous life, not as the kingdom's holy saint, but instead as a...
You will, but I don't know what to do. Things like noble life and getting engaged are too much for me. I don't get any of it. I don't have the experience points to level up, and now they're all gossiping. It feels like I'm in junior high all over again. Well, my relationship skill level is probably about the same as a middle schooler's. Good grief. In my heart, I know. And I can be sensible about it. But I haven't fully given shape to this feeling, or named it. And it's not like I can just go and take a test to find out if this is the real thing either. So what should I do?
Excuse me, I have a question about this purchase order. What, did I scare you or something, Say?
Oh, it's nothing. So, what did you need to ask me?
It's about the purchase order you turned in. I think that this quantity is incorrect. I needed to quickly confirm it with you.
Too close.
There might be more errors, so let's go over it. Look here, this number must be off by a whole... seriously, Say, I need help here.
Yeah, sorry about all those numbers, right?
Frozen water? Fascinating. And these are good to go, too.
What is wrong?
Director! This purchase order, I'd like your opinion on it as well.
Hey, hold on! Say, wait!
Oh, this is bad timing. I was just heading out to get a little something to eat.
Oh, right, that makes perfect sense.
My apologies.
Quite a bit of work left to do.
That's so. Well then, what about you?
Huh? I have something important I need to do after this. So sorry. Yeah, I'm terribly sorry, but it'd be very embarrassing if there were rumors about us afterward, you know? But next time, we can all come together.
Wish I knew.
Say's coming by this afternoon.
That's right.
She showed me some new magic when we went to go see that play at the theater together. Did you know her light spell changes colors? I never once thought of trying that. Very impressive. I hope she gets here soon. I have so many questions I want to ask her.
My, that all sounds quite fascinating.
I came to let you know that Say is here.
Great!
Sorry. Never mind.
Magus, what are you...
Don't worry about it.
But how could I not?
to pick up Say?
I have.
I believe she's almost done. I'll let her know you're here.
Oh, no. That won't be necessary.
No?
I'm well aware that these magic lectures are very important to her. There's no need to interrupt them. I will simply wait for her here. As usual.
Well, I believe that's all I have planned for us today.
Thank you very much for your time.
Oh, Lady Say. Is there something the matter, Say?
Huh?
You seemed rather distracted during our lesson today.
Oh, did I? Well, sorry, I just kinda...
It's about the rumors, isn't it? Well, you needn't worry yourself. I feel nothing other than curiosity and admiration, and I doubt my family plans to force the issue.
But then why? I don't understand.
Now I've finally figured it out. The requirement to activate the Saint's magic power. It has something to do with your emotions, isn't that correct?
I'm sorry. I have no idea what you're talking about right now.
Really, you don't say.
Yes, really. I still don't understand how exactly I activate it myself.
That's quite convenient. Ah, yes. Someone is here to pick you up. See you next time.
What is it that you whispered in Albert's ear?
Oh, nothing important. I just realized the source of the Holy Saint's power. That's the real reason I wanted to delve further into it.
The source of her power?
Still don't understand. Her magic power is...
That's all you've got? I realized that much a long time ago.
Shall we go?
Thank you so much for escorting me back here again.
Don't mention it. I do it because I rather enjoy it.
Really? But it seems like it would be such a bother for you. And, you know, it could always start rumors, too.
Oh, honestly, Say, that's no concern.
Why, hello, Say. Are you back already?
Oh, Director.
I just made some of that tea that you like. See you later, Al. Thanks for delivering her. Now, time for some tea.
Well then, I do appreciate it. See you soon.
Say, I was hoping you'd allow me to take you out. Maybe on your next day off?
To take me out? Huh?
That's right. I have something to show you. But you have to come along with me to see what it is.
An outing with Albert. But I can't forget what Liz said. I wouldn't really mind if people were talking about us. I wonder if he would, though. You see...
Do you not want to, then?
I didn't say I wouldn't go.
Thank you for accepting my invitation, Lady Say.
Oh no, thank you for inviting me.
I am Albert Hawk.
We've been awaiting your arrival.
Is the gate to protect something up ahead?
Indeed. This garden is only for royalty. I managed to secure special permission today.
Special permission?